What's happening? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go talking that boxing again. And yeah, y'all know what to do when you come in the building. Hit the like button and let me know you're in the building. Salute to James in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah, y'all give me a quick second here. To get my live stream right. Yeah, what's happening with it? AJ64, what's good with it? A1 Hoop Zone, what's happening with it? Yeah, when y'all come in the building, like I said, smash on my like button. And yeah, y'all make sure that y'all comment, let me know you're in the building. Yeah. Let's get it. We gonna cook today. Oh yeah, y'all already know. We finna definitely cook today. Yeah. Robert Pitts, what's happening with it? Yeah, you know, I might, you never know when I might open up the phone lines. It just all depends how much time I got to do the live. Mr. Swearinger, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah. So we got a lot to cook on today. A lot to cook on. And we gonna tell it like it is. We gonna tell it like it is, like I always do. Dream Chaser, what's happening with it? What's good with y'all in the chat? And like I said, y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button as you come in the building. Yeah, so a lot going on in boxing right now. A lot going on. What we got going on this weekend? I know we got something going on this weekend. What we got going on? Oh yeah, I think Chocolatito fight. Yeah, he fight this weekend. He fight, man. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. That's gonna be a hell of a fight this weekend. Let me try to look up who all fighting this weekend. I know it's somebody else fighting. I know I'm missing something that's going on this weekend. But yeah, that's this weekend, ain't it? That is this weekend, right? The Roman Gonzalez fight. Oh yeah, Ramirez Pedraza is this weekend. Yeah, I had a cat on Knockout 86 TV that was arguing me down. You know what I'm saying? Telling me that Jose Pedraza was an A level fighter, was a top-notch elite A level fighter, right? So this weekend, Jose Ramirez is going to show him or whoever else that think that Pedraza is an A-level fighter, how much of an A-level fighter he ain't. Because Jose Ramirez finna beat his ass. I got Jose Ramirez this weekend. Fuck gonna argue me telling me that the man is an A-level, A-plus level fighter. When and where? When Pedraza ever been an A-level fighter? Usually this boxing talk don't too much of shit when I get into base, it really don't stick with me. But that shit stuck with me. Ah shit, G5 Gay said his birthday is Saturday, March the 5th. Ah shit. Yes, sir. I already know. You finna do it big, G5. My man John Kramer in the building. What's happening with it? Cali 5, there you go. He in the building. What's good with it? Yeah, so Pedraza not no A-level fighter. You feel me? So I don't, so like I said, I'm looking forward to that. What up with it, Knockout? I was just talking about you, Knockout, when I was on the show arguing with your people, with having a debate with one of your people that was trying to tell me that Jose Pedraza was a top-notch elite level, A-level fighter. You know what I'm saying? He told me, so I said this Saturday, Jose Ramirez is gonna show everybody why Pedraza ain't an A-level fighter and why dude was tripping. Rafro Cruz, salute. Welcome. G5 Gay say he turning 34. Yeah. Salute. And make sure that y'all go show love and go sub to G5 Gay. You see it. I put it on the screen so you can't act like you don't know how to put it in. G5_Gay. Go make sure that y'all go show him some love and sub to him. And if y'all ain't sub to Knockout Boxing TV, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Make sure that y'all go sub to Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Oh, yeah, Knockout. I had to cook him, man. Dude was trick. He was saying a whole lot of outlandish, just off the wall shit that night. Like I said, we debate, we talk shit about boxing, go back and forth all the time. But for some reason, the shit he was saying stuck with me. I'm like, man, this dude was really tripping. Yeah. But so let's get into it. Mr. Steal Your Chin, I see you in the building. I see you. Let's get into it, right? First thing I want to cook on, y'all, is I'm listening to Virgil Ortiz, and I like Virgil Ortiz. To me, Virgil Ortiz is a hell of a fighter. Virgil Ortiz, to me, is the most proven young fighter out of all of the young fighters. Virgil Ortiz is the most proven young fighter. He is. He's fought the best competition. I know a lot of people talk about Jermall Boots Ennis, and as far as the eye test, Jermall Boots Ennis got it. But when you want to talk about proven who's fought the best opponents at such a young age, who's looked dominating, all knockouts, Virgil Ortiz is that guy, right? He's that guy. But Virgil Ortiz, I was listening to an interview he was doing, and he started, he getting a little bit ahead of himself. He getting a little bit, and like I said, I like Virgil Ortiz. Salute to Virgil Ortiz, but he getting a little bit ahead of himself now. Virgil Ortiz always came off as very humble kid, cool, level-headed kid, and I like him a lot. But when you coming out and you saying that all of these boxing fighters is calling you out because they want a payday, I'm like, bro, I have to think about that shit for a minute. I said, you're not Canelo Alvarez. like, what you mean that they calling you out because they want a payday? I didn't even know that you was one of the highest paid fighters in boxing the last time I checked. I'm pretty sure if a fighter wanted just a payday, you wouldn't be the top fighter on their list to call out. Nobody is looking at Virgil Ortiz and saying, oh, yeah, we want to fight Virgil because we want a payday. I don't know where he came up with that shit from. And so, like, it just didn't make no sense to me. It made no sense to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he drinking his own piss right now. Dude drinking his own piss right now, talking about that these fighters, all these fighters, they want to fight him and calling him out because they just want a payday. I mean, I don't know what's Virgil Ortiz's highest purse. Let me try to look it up. I might be wrong. Maybe they is calling him out because they want a payday, but hey, he could have fucking fooled me. See how the boxing talk. What's happening with it? I see you. He could have fooled me. Let me see Virgil Ortiz fight purse. And like I said, I don't care how much money these fighters make and how much they don't make. But when you start saying stuff like they calling me out just because they want a payday, so we got to see how much you getting paid. We got to see how much you getting paid. Knockout. Can you help me out? Do you know how much Virgil Ortiz is getting paid? B&B Boxing News. What's happening with it? I see you. Salute to B&B Boxing News. Yeah, let me know. Somebody help me out. If y'all know how much Virgil Ortiz is getting paid, because I'm pretty sure his pay scale ain't up there at the top of the welterweight division just yet. Now, it will be, you know, I'm thinking down the line, right? I'm thinking down the line, Virgil Ortiz, he might be able to say something like that, but he's drinking his own piss right now. Todd Swindle says, what up? He said, who calling him out? I don't know. Really, I haven't even, honestly, I haven't heard any fighters really calling out Virgil Ortiz, except for Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo called him out, and they about the same age. They turned professional around the same time, right? And they pretty much at the same level of their career, except for, like I said, I can tell you that Virgil Ortiz is more proven inside of the ring than Jermall Charlo because of his level of competition. That is the fact. That's a fact. But he called him out. And they said they didn't want to fight Jermall Charlo until like 4 years down the line. So what are we talking about here, Virgil Ortiz? What are we talking about here, Virgil Ortiz? Knockout Boxing 86 TV says 100,000 on Essentially Sports for Virgil purse against Mean Machine, right? So he making anywhere between, let's say, and I'm gonna round it up. Let's say anywhere between at the lowest 75,000 to 150,000, right? Let's just round it up. So let's say 75,000 to 150,000. Bro, who wants a payday off of you? You making, and I'm rounding it up. You making anywhere from 75,000 to fight to 150,000. So who wants to get, if they only paying you that means if the opponent don't have a name, they probably ain't gonna make more than 25,000 fighting you. So how are you on anybody interview talking about that these fighters are calling you out because they want a payday? And like I said, I haven't been hearing no fighters call him out. I haven't heard any fighters call Virgil Ortiz. And we know that whatever, you know what I'm saying, whether it's 75, 100,000, 150, we know that Golden Boy Promotions, they not paying like that anyway. Golden Boy Promotions, they not making no millionaires over there right now. So, you know, like I said, I fuck with Virgil Ortiz heavy. I think he a hell of a fighter. I got all the respect in the world for him. I think he's gonna go on to do great things in the sport of boxing. Like I said, he's proven, and he always looks. He's looking better and better every time we see him in the ring. He do have flaws that he needs to, you know, stay in the gym and correct his. He have a lot of. He don't really have too many offensive flaws, right? But he have a lot of defensive flaws. When you get up in there with somebody like a Jerome Businis, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, you know, and other heavy hitters that's at the 147-pound division, they might expose your defensive flaws. You can't just get in the ring with them and come forward like you doing these other fighters and think they're gonna fold. You know, so but other than that, Virgil Ortiz is a hell of a fighter, don't get me wrong. But it was just surprising for me to hear Virgil Ortiz say these things because, like I said, he a humble kid. And it was, I never expected him to say some shit like that. You dig? So, yeah, Virgil, slow that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Slow that shit down, Virgil Ortiz. You dig what I'm saying? Slow all that. Stop smelling your piss. Slow that shit down. You're a hell of a fighter, but we don't need all of that, you know what I'm saying, they want to fight me for a payday type shit from you. You ain't there yet, Virgil. You're not there yet, Virgil. Mad Capper says Virgil good, but he too flat-footed. So this is my thing with flat-footed fighters. You don't always have to be a fighter that have a lot of you know what I'm saying, that have great movement and all of that. You could be a flat-footed fighter just as long as you master distance and master your upper body movement. You know what I'm saying? You could be a great defensive fighter and be flat-footed, but you got to have great upper body movement. And he's young. Virgil Ortiz only 24, so he's still working on all of that. But don't get ahead of yourself and start smelling your piss, because once you start doing that, a fighter gonna come along when you least expect it, and they gonna stop you right in your motherfucking tracks if you start drinking and smelling your own piss. Knockout said it ain't even that he's flat-footed, it's his lack of head movement in Oh shit, I went on mute. I was saying, just because, like Knockout said, I don't even know how long I've been on mute, y'all. But Knockout said it ain't even that he's flat-footed, it's his lack of head movement, inability to parry shots, and his high guard is too open. Now, you right. Yeah, you definitely right. And that's what I was saying, Knockout. You feel me? That's exactly what I was saying, is what you said. You could be a flat-footed fighter and you could still be very defensively sound. You could have great defense and be flat-footed. But you have to have other things to cover up for you being flat-footed, like great head movement, know how to parry shots real good, know how to bob and weave and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And he got those areas that he needs to brush up on. But like I said, he only 24, so he's still learning. Me is just don't get ahead of yourself and start talking about fighters just want to fight you because they want a payday, because you ain't even there yet. You still want a payday. You dig what I'm saying? You still want a payday. But you know, but let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and move on. I'm looking forward to seeing, you know what I'm saying, Virgil Ortiz continue to do great things in the ring, stay level-headed, and, you know, don't get a little bit of money and start acting like you ain't never had shit before. But anyway, y'all hit the like button. If you're in the building, smash on the like button. If you in the building, it ain't no reason you can't hit the like button. And you can't say that you forgot, because I'm reminding you right now. And my man Kwame East in the building, Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. Make sure that you go sub to Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. And if you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App is on the screen, because YouTube, they take 30% of everything. They're killing me. YouTube is killing me out here, y'all. But yeah. So let's move along. So today was a press conference between Tyson Fury and Dillian White. You know, it was a press conference. You know, I think they fighting in April. Is it April? I think they're fighting in April, right on the back end of April. I can't remember the exact date they fighting, but they fighting on the back end of April, right? So Dillian White didn't show up to the press conference today. Dillian White didn't show up to the press conference. And I hear a lot of people saying, well, you know, he was a mandatory for so long and he waited and now he had to fight for his payday because he wanted to get paid more and he only getting 20% of the purse and all of that, right? Well, I'll say this. I'm going to say this. And I usually don't say this about fighters, you know, but I'm going to say this shit about Dillian White. Minnie Mill, I see you. I'm going to say this shit about Dillian White, right? First of all, I believe that Dillian White should be happy to even be getting the Tyson Fury fight, and he should be happy to be even getting the $8 million payday, right? And the reason I say this is because, first of all, what has Dillian White did to be anybody mandatory? Whenever he became the mandatory, what did he do then to become anybody mandatory? You got fighters like Ortiz, right? You got fighters like Ortiz that all these years, you know what I'm saying? All these years, none of these fighters will fight him. He can't get a fight with Tyson Fury. If it wasn't for Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz would have never got a championship opportunity. And he knocking motherfuckers out, right? And you ducked him. You ducked him on several different occasions. You refused to fight him. But you getting the fight against Tyson Fury after being knocked out versus an old 40-year-old Povetkin after being knocked out by a young Anthony Joshua and look sloppy in several of your other fights, you look like shit. And you tested positive for PEDs. All of that, and you getting a $8 million payday against Tyson Fury, and this motherfucking pouting and complaining like he deserved more, right? Didn't show up to the press conference. Motherfucker, you should be happy that you getting this opportunity because you do not deserve it. He don't deserve it. Who he beat to deserve an opportunity at a title shot? Who he beat? You can't duck somebody else that's on that top echelon, right? That you supposed to fight. And I'm talking about Luis Ortiz, because you were supposed to fight Luis Ortiz on several different occasions, but you refused and you ducked him. So you can't be ducking fighters and then you think that you deserve a title shot. And then when you get the title shot, you think you deserve more money. No, you don't deserve more than $8 million. You don't deserve more than 20% of that purse. You ain't did shit but get your fat, sloppy ass knocked out, and you look sloppy in all your fights. You feel me? You dig what I'm saying? Come on, man. You like, nah. So his sloppy, slew-footed ass, he should have shown up to the press conference with Tyson Fury and helped sell the fight, because they gonna need help selling that shit, especially in the U.S. to the U.S. fans. They're going to need help selling that shit. But he ain't show up. Shit don't make no sense to me. Johnny Boxing, pound for pound, the best. Salute to you. Helmet to Steel, what's happening with it? Andre Petway, Marvin Banks. Yeah, big clumsy, slew-footed motherfucker, and he mad and ain't show up to the press conference. In my opinion, says they selling 103 in the UK live gate. Well, in my opinion, I respect your opinion, but we don't know what they selling in the UK with the live gate because they ain't sold it yet. We'll know what they sell on the night of the fight. Other than that, we don't know what they selling yet. And like I said, they gonna need help selling that shit to the, American fans. They gonna need help because the last time I checked, Tyson Fury, he ain't no fucking draw in the U.S. unless he fight Deontay Wilder, and that is a fact. And Dillian White ain't a draw, period. You feel me? Dillian White ain't a draw, period. So like I said, they gonna need help selling that shit. So that it just is what it is. Like I said, the UK boxing is different over there in the UK. They fans is gonna support in the UK. They will support. You know what I'm saying? The fans in the UK will support that shit. But the big dollar is, the US. Is the US gonna support that shit? He said Fury called White the N-word. I didn't see that shit. Like I said, I can't just go off of what, somebody else said. I don't do that shit. I tell people that shit all the time. I can't, just because somebody come up in here and tell me somebody else said some shit, I got to hear it for myself. I can't elaborate on some shit that I ain't hear for myself. You know what I'm saying? If I went off of what everybody else on YouTube said, I'd be fucked up in the game. Straight up. KQKC Boxing Network, what's happening with it? Salute. But I'm pretty sure if Tyson Fury called him that, I'm pretty sure that we gonna hear about it because it's gonna have to be all over the internet. Ain't no way that Tyson Fury could get away with saying some shit like that and don't nobody hear about it. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else said that shit. So, ain't nobody else said that he said that. So, like I said, it ain't, if he did say it, it ain't no way that he gonna be able to get away with that shit, and everybody on YouTube ain't gonna hear it. So I need to hear it myself. But shit, don't nothing surprise me at the end of the day. See how the boxer talk said he didn't call him that. I'm saying, bro, like I said, I don't know if he did or not, but at the end of the day, I'm not finna ride. I'm not finna, ride with that shit unless I hear it for myself. I gotta hear that shit for myself because that's some serious accusations to be putting on somebody. You know what I'm saying? If I don't got, the proof to cook on that shit myself. But it is. What's happening with it, champ? Mike Oliver in the building. Yes, sir. But yeah, Adonis K3. What's happening with it? DP Rocker, the Queen, Shady Girl, 85 in the building. Yeah. So y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. Hit the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. You know what I'm saying? Y'all smash the like button. Outside the Box Media, what's happening with it? Salute to you. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Dillian White, nappy head, ugly ass, sat up there and let motherfucking Eddie Hearn, you know what I'm saying? Or Barry Hearn, whatever the fuck his name, Eddie Hearn Pops, you know what I'm saying, sit up there and call him a goddamn slave basically to his face. You know what I'm saying? He basically let the motherfucker call him a slave to his face, and this fucking nappy head ass just sat there and fucking laughed about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Laughed about the shit. So what is we talking about? The motherfucker laughed about the shit. But yeah, y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. And let's get to cooking. Let's get to cooking. I'm gonna get straight into it. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, waste no motherfucking time. Knockout Boxer says, we the people have traded Dillian White for Paul Walker a long time ago. Man, I don't want nothing to do with his ass, bro. This motherfucker, hey, I knew something was wrong with Dillian White. I'm watching it was a UK fight, some fights going on. It was a big Anthony Joshua fight. The Anthony Joshua fight, y'all remember when Dillian White was up there commentating? The motherfucker was dressed like a goddamn 10-year-old kid put together his outfit, and he ain't even fucking brushed the beads out his head. How you gonna get on camera? You know what I'm saying? You know you got a commentating gig to do. You gonna get on camera and you don't even fucking brush the beads out your fucking head? Yeah, Dillian White, y'all can have him. Y'all can have him. Motherfucker didn't even brush the beads out his head. Up on the fucking stage looking like Kevin Durant and shit by the head. Juan Garza, what's happening with it? Salute in that super chat. He said, do you think Charlo, Benavidez, or Plant will fight each other now that Canelo is booked for the year? That's what needs to happen. We're gonna talk about that right now. I'm a Juan Garza, salute. I appreciate you. We're gonna talk about that. We definitely gonna talk about that. Yeah, man, this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, Cassandra, you remember that? Because I was doing the live and I cooked his ass. You know what I'm saying? Dillian White, y'all can have him. Whoever want him can have him. Straight up. But so let's cook. Let's cook. Y'all hit my like button. If you're in the building, hit the like button. Because I'm getting ready to cook. What's happening with it, Batman? So, this is what it is, okay? So, Canelo Alvarez, he came out and he did some interviews, and he had a lot to say. He had a lot to say. Now, the first thing I want to cook on is, yeah, he told it all on Andy Ruiz, fat sloppy ass, and Ryan Garcia, girl acting ass, right? He said, look, man, first he said, look, man, Ryan Garcia out here lying on Eddie Reynoso, acting like Eddie don't have time. And he said, you come in here for motherfucking 20 minutes, you fucking shadow box, so you can you come in here long enough so you can do some goddamn shadow boxing, right? To post it on your motherfucking Instagram and act like you fucking pouring with sweat and act like you've been in the gym just training your ass off. That's what he does, y'all. I'm telling you, you got real fighters and you got motherfuckers, Instagram fighters that be just do shit to post it on Instagram to make it look like they working hard. That's what Andy Ruiz and motherfucking Ryan Garcia, that's them. First of all, Andy Ruiz, you know when his fat ass in the gym because he posting videos every day. If he ain't posting videos every day, well, he ain't in the gym working. That's Andy Ruiz. Because anytime Andy Ruiz, fat ass, is in the gym, he gonna post a million fucking videos every day, and then he gonna fucking take pictures with all type of different filters and angles to make his fat ass look skinny. You know what I'm saying? And then he come to the ring, and the whole time doing training camp, he didn't fool us. You think Andrew Ruiz is motherfucking muscular and slim down? You think he weighing about 225? The motherfucker come to the ring fat and fucking soggy and shit, and he done fooled everybody because he putting filters and taking pictures with angles and shit. You dig? So yeah, Canelo said, yeah, you talking about that my trainer don't have time for you. He got time for everybody. But once he see that you ain't taking the fucking sport of boxing serious, once he see that you lazy and shit, now he don't have time. No, because he don't got time for bullshit. And I told y'all that. If y'all remember, if y'all go back to a couple weeks ago when I was talking about this and I brought this shit up, right? I brought this shit up. I said, look, I said, Eddie Reynoso, I said, when you a trainer in the gym, I said, you got time for everybody. But then once you see a fighter ain't serious, that they lazy, you're not going to focus on them no more. You're going to focus on the fighters that you know that are serious, that's going to put in that hard work every day. You dig? So yeah, once he see that Ryan Garcia is coming his fucking girl acting ass up in there, you know what I'm saying? His sissy acting ass up in there, prancing up in there, having his motherfucking cameraman get the camera out, putting, you know what I'm saying, squirting water on his face like he's sweating and shit. All right, turn the camera on now and do fucking shadow box. You know what I'm saying? Throw a whole bunch of fucking fast punches and then get his goddamn gym bag and leave out like he did some shit. You don't think Eddie Reynoso is noticing that shit? Yeah, he noticing that shit. And now he like, okay, this motherfucker wanna put on the show. Well, all right, he on his own now. He on his own. And now when you asking him to work with you, and he got Frank Sanchez, Canelo Alvarez, motherfucking the goddamn T-Man, what's his name? What's the T-Man name? Oscar Valdez and all these other fighters that's in there putting in the work, and you need some special time, right? You need him to focus on you. He gonna tell your bitch ass to wait. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got time right now. I'm working with so-and-so right now. You come back again. Nah, I ain't got time right now. I'm working with Frank Sanchez today. You gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have to put in on the schedule. Why? Why is he doing that? Because he saw that you wasn't fucking serious when he was trying to make you be serious about boxing. And you know why I'm saying this shit? Not because I was in the gym with Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso and Ryan Garcia. I'm saying that because I've trained fighters. You know, I've trained kids in the gym. And that's just how we do. If we see that you're not serious, it's like, okay, this fighter over here or this kid over here, he come in every day and he put in the work. He's working hard. You know what I'm saying? Anything we ask him to do, he's doing it. And then you got other fighters, you'll tell them to do this, this, and that. They whining. They don't want to do it. Every time you turn your fucking back, they're supposed to be doing bad drills and doing some shit, and they fucking rested, and they chilling. You see it shit all the time in the gym. Trainers are going to focus on who they know is putting in the work, who they know is going to work hard, whether you got the talent or not. You feel me? Because talent is only going to carry you so far. Yeah, does Ryan Garcia got talent? Yeah, he got talent. But the motherfucker lazy. He don't want to put in the work. He more focused on looking good on Instagram. Let's see how many punches I can throw in a minute. You ain't doing that shit in the ring. You not throwing 100 and some punches in a minute in the ring. Don't nobody give a goddamn about that shit, Ryan Garcia. So yeah, that's not impressing Eddie Reynoso. That's why Canelo Alvarez said, man, this motherfucker come in the gym for 20 minutes, do some fucking shadow boxing, throw a whole bunch of fast punches and shit for the camera, and get his shit and leave. I knew it. I told y'all he did that shit. I told y'all that shit weeks ago. I broke this before Canelo said anything. I broke it down weeks ago. And I told y'all exactly what it was in the gym. I know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Motherfucker that want to shadow box, but they don't want to do shit else. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And yeah, he went over there to Joe Goosen. Cool. But what's deep down inside of you, that shit not gonna change. It's not gonna change. If you didn't work hard over there with Canelo and Eddie Reynoso and all of the motherfucking dogs they got in that gym, they got a lot of dogs in that gym. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how we feel about the fighters in that gym. They got a lot of dogs in that gym that work their ass off. If it didn't work out for you in that gym because your ass was lazy, you think it's gonna work out for you over there with Joe Goosen? No, that shit ain't gonna work neither. And let me give you a perfect example, right? Let me give y'all a perfect example on why it won't work. Because it got to be in you, not on you. If a motherfucker got to beg you and force you to do some shit, and you won't do it on your own, I don't give a goddamn what trainer you go to. You're going to go back to your old characteristics once you get comfortable with Joe Goosen. Now, Andrew Ruiz. Let's get on Andy Ruiz, fat, soggy, sloppy ass. Yeah, Andy Ruiz, fat, soggy belly, sloppy ass. He said Andrew Ruiz is the same way. He said Andrew Ruiz will come to the gym, show up one day. He's supposed to come back the next day, and he don't come back for 3 days. Don't nobody know where Andrew Ruiz is at. They got to put a motherfucking Amber Alert on Andy Ruiz. Well, Andy Ruiz was supposed to be in the gym today. He came yesterday. He ain't here. The next day, Andy Ruiz still ain't shown up. The next day, Andy Ruiz still ain't shown up. Now, the weekend go by. He still ain't went to the gym. Now he show up on Monday like ain't nothing happened. Right, and he ready to work. He done fucked up almost a whole week. Now Andrew Ruiz show up to the gym, and now he ready to work. And then people wonder why Andrew Ruiz is fucking soggy as some goddamn fucking mushy ass frosted flakes. People wonder why his body look like some goddamn soggy ass frosted flakes. Because the motherfucker, he looked like the work he put in. You feel me? He looked like the work he put in. So he went over there to Eddie Reynoso, and you know, we thought, oh, Andrew Ruiz, we're going to see a change in him. He's always going to revert back to what's in him. Right? Look, check it out. Why did Bob Arum drop him? Why did Bob Arum drop him? He was on Top Rank. Bob Arum dropped him and set his ass on the shelf because Bob Arum said, you know what? I don't see it in him. He lazy. He won't stay in shape. He don't got it in him. Go ahead. I ain't fucking with you no more. Bob Arum dropped his ass. So he goes, you know what I'm saying? He goes over to PBC. He like, okay, I'm going to rededicate myself. I'm going to get back in shape again, right? He starts to try to get back in shape. Bam, he win one fight. Then he gets a fight with Anthony Joshua. He get his big payday with Anthony Joshua. He's in shape. He do it. Bam. You know what I'm saying? He shocked the world. He beats Anthony Joshua. Stops Anthony Joshua. Then you like, okay, Andrew Ruiz, he looked like he's serious now. You know what? He looked like he's serious. Well, he got the rematch. This motherfucker in the locker room eating pizza and shit before the rematch. In the locker room. He can't even wait. I was hungry. I was hungry. They had the pizza in here and I couldn't help myself. And then he go in there fucking fat, sloppy, soggy, and sluggish, weighing 300 pounds and get his motherfucking ass beat. And then you know what he say? For the third time, you know what? This time I've learned my lesson. This motherfucker sounded like Adrian Broner. Well, you know, in the second part of my career, this second part of my career, it's gonna be all about boxing. Y'all believe that shit with Adrian Broner too. He tell you, AB tell you the same shit. It's gonna be all about boxing now. The second part of my, I'm gonna be champion again. And yeah, I'm gonna be champion again. That shit lasts for about a week and a half. Then motherfucker in the bar again, getting pissy drunk. It gotta be in you, not on you. Now let's go back to Andrew Ruiz. So Andrew Ruiz, now I learned my lesson. I came in 300 plus pounds. It let Anthony Joshua whoop me all over the fucking ring because I couldn't move. I was too goddamn slow. So I learned my lesson now. I promise y'all, I'm gonna do better. He go over there to motherfucking Eddie Reynoso, start, you know what I'm saying, getting it in with them. You know, he come back. He looked like he lost weight. You know what I'm saying? He come back. He fuck with he beats old ass Chris Arreola, and I fuck with Chris Arreola because I met him, and me and him we kicked it. We talked for probably like 45 minutes an hour. Cool ass dude, right? He beats Chris Arreola. We like, man, Andrew Ruiz, he didn't change his ways over there with Eddie Reynoso. He's changed his ways. Now, what do you know again? He ain't posted no motherfucking training videos in a long time. So that means his ass ain't been in the fucking gym consistently working. He fat again, y'all. The motherfucker's sloppy and fat again. Let's see what Andrew Ruiz is looking like. You know what I'm saying? Angles and all. Hold on. Let's see what he looking like. Let's see what he looking like. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Look at it. Look at him. This motherfucker fat again. He fat as shit again. And this shit weeks ago. This like a month ago. So he probably didn't put on another goddamn 25 pounds now. And Canelo ain't lying. He ain't lying, y'all. Canelo ain't lying on him. We seen it. We seen all of the keys, right? We seen Ryan Garcia, and he told on Ryan Garcia. He said, well, now you crying about somebody ain't having time for you. He's like, shit, we've been here the whole time working. Your ass was out talking about you got mental health issues, right? So you was out of the gym. Then you come back, and he like, okay, well, what happened after that? You had mental health issues. You done took all this time out of boxing. You done been out a year and a half. What else is the problem? Canelo, like, what else the problem? Now you want to talk about ain't nobody got no time for your ass. Tell you, Ryan Garcia is one good opponent away from getting his motherfucking whole chin knocked off. Straight up. And I like Ryan Garcia, but I see it ain't in him. It ain't in him. You know what I'm saying? We know he ain't lying about Andy Ruiz because we seen this shit right in front of our face. So you think he's just making this shit up and lying about Ryan Garcia? Hell no. They both need to be training with each other, you know what I'm saying, once a week like they really want to do. 817 Boxing B said, them tacos hard to walk away from. And we seen it in boxing, right? We've seen it. Andy Ruiz ain't the first one that's been lazy and you know, Riddick Bowe. The motherfucker Riddick Bowe probably would have been, maybe would have went down as the best heavyweight from the 90s to up until now. He could have been. I think Riddick Bowe was a bad motherfucker. But he wouldn't stay in shape. And he was lazy. And he didn't like to train like that. My man KQKC says, if you are a fighter, you stay in the gym no matter a fight or not. Chill. Right. He talking to bars or whatever. Yeah. That is your profession. It's your profession. Yeah, you can take vacations. Everybody that has a profession take vacations. But motherfucker don't take an 8-month vacation. Who has a profession and you get to take 8 months of vacation? I ain't heard of it. So if it's your fucking profession, you supposed to be in the gym. If that is your work. You're supposed to be in the gym every day, whether you have a fight coming up or not. You don't take 6 and 8 months off and then fucking get a phone call and then hop your ass in the gym and get ready to train because you got a fight coming up. If you think that's how you're supposed to do it, ask the greats, right? Ask the greats and then ask somebody that didn't get too far in the sport and see what the difference was. Ask Floyd Mayweather, did he take 6 and 8 months off? Ask Andre Ward, did he take 6 and 8 months off? Ask Roy Jones Jr. that. Ask Evander Holyfield that. Just telling y'all. Yep. Outside the box media, James Toney was another one. Wasn't disciplined. You know what I'm saying? He didn't stay in shape. Zulu Lion 1 says, Roy Jones said, you never let another fighter catch you off weight. Right. You stay ready and you ain't got to get ready. You dig? You stay ready and you ain't got to get ready. That's the difference from the greats in the game and the ones that, you know, never make it to that top pinnacle. It's a difference. And Ryan Garcia, I'm going to tell y'all right now, you can write this shit down. You can record this shit, screen record it, whatever you want to do. I'm telling y'all right now, Ryan Garcia ain't going to never make it to that top pinnacle. He not. He not going to ever make it. You know why somebody like Devin Haney will eventually make it to that top pinnacle? Because of his work ethic, his discipline. He might not have the best attributes in the game. He might not have the best power. He might have flaws in his game, but he's going to be able to clean them up and he's going to continue to get better because of always staying in the gym. Gary Antoine Russell, he's another one. Why he's going to be great? Because he's going to continue to learn and he stays in the gym all the time. Give me that motherfucker that's going to work hard, always learn, and stay in the gym every day over the motherfucker that just have a whole bunch of talent and show up whenever he feels like it or show up when he got to fight any day of the week. Any day of the week. But yeah. But so, you know, he wasn't lying on them. He wasn't lying on their ass. You feel me? And y'all hit my like button. Cause let me check these likes. Let me check the likes. Let me check the like button. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about Canelo, and I have my thoughts about him too. But one thing you can't say is you can't say that he lazy, and you can't say that he not a fucking gym rat and he don't put in the work, because he puts in the work. And you gotta respect that shit. Yeah, y'all got to get the likes up. Y'all got to get the likes up. This shit don't make no sense. Y'all got to get the likes up. It don't make no sense. Yeah, y'all got to get the likes up. That shit weird to me that y'all will come in here, right? Watch the show, expect a nigga to come on here every day and cook, but stand in the background and won't even hit the goddamn like button. But sit in the background and won't even hit the like button. And now we're gonna talk about what Canelo had to say, right? We're gonna talk about what Canelo had to say about Jermall Charlo, David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, shit, all of everybody that's in his vicinity, right? We're gonna talk about what he had to say. I'm gonna drop these links because I know some of y'all just fucking itching to get on here and say what y'all gotta say. I know some of y'all itching to get on here and say what y'all gotta say. So I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna pin the link in the chat. And I'm not gonna have too many people on the panel. I'm not just, you know what I'm saying, because we're not finna be on here for no 3 or 4 hours crying about Canelo today. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna come in here, we gonna say what the fuck we gotta say. And we gonna, you know, wrap it up. But I know that it's a lot of people that got a lot to say, a lot that they want to say about what's going on about what Canelo had to say. And like I said, y'all hit the like button. Let's check the likes. Let's check the likes. Yeah, continue to get the likes up, y'all. Continue to get the likes up. So if you want to cook, the link is pinned in the chat. If you want to get on the panel and cook, the link is pinned in the chat. If not, I'm going to go ahead and get on it myself. So I'm giving y'all a chance. If you want to get on the panel and cook on this shit, I'm giving y'all a chance to come in, hit the link before I get to cooking. I bet. So Canelo Alvarez, right? Canelo Alvarez, he gets the, you know what I'm saying? He talking shit now. He got his, you know what I'm saying? He got his payday from DAZN. He got his next 2 to 3 fights basically lined up. They ain't told us who he gonna fight next, right? But we know that it ain't gonna be Jermall Charlo or David Benavidez or Demetrius Andrade. And I hear a lot of people saying, oh, well, if it ain't Demetrius Andrade, well, he told y'all that he was never gonna fight Demetrius Andrade. Is it some bullshit? Yes, it's some bullshit. He should have been fought Demetrius Andrade, right? But it is what it is. We know that he's not fighting Demetrius Andrade. Unless they mandate a fight between him and Demetrius Andrade, it ain't gonna happen. You dig what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. I sent the wrong link. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Let me. Okay, here we go. My bad. Okay, let me take that link that I pinned up there down. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, so the link is up there now. The link is up there now. Man, get this weird ass shit up out. Somebody get this weird ass shit up out my chat. It's always going to, hey, when they put some shit like webcam girls or one of them, hey, it's always one retarded motherfucker on your friends list, right? When them fake ass webcam girls send you a friend request, it's always one retarded motherfucker that you go and look and they friends with them and shit. Them motherfuckers in their inbox, I love you, baby. You look so sexy. You know what I'm saying? Always all up under their fucking fake ass comments and shit. Everybody know, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's always that one nigga that got all them fake ass fucking webcam girls. Every time they get a friend request, baby, I love you so much. You so beautiful, baby. All up in their fucking inbox and shit. Yeah. I just don't be that retarded motherfucker for real. Don't be that dude. It's always that one dude that's on your friend list, right? That's all up under their motherfucking comments and shit. What G5? What's happening with it, G? G5 game. You on mute, my brother.
What's happening, my dog? Shit, I had
What's
to walk
happening
out
with
this
it,
work
G?
building, man. Fresh off this goddamn clock.
You
Salute
off
to
the
you, my
clock now.
man.
You ready to cook, huh?
You damn right. I'm good now. Salute to you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Use up here cooking with some gas, you know what I'm saying? Some, you know what I'm saying, propane, all that shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, so let's start, man. I want to cook on this Canelo shit, what Canelo had to say, right? So Canelo been saying, well, he came and he said a lot. He said, look, he said, you know, these dudes is basically trying to get a payday off of me. He said they sitting around and they complain about what I'm doing and who I ain't fighting, right? But they ain't fighting each other. He said, look, I'm the only one out of all these fighters that's moving up and down in weight, and I'm fighting and beating all of the champions. He said they could do the same thing, but they choose not to. And I'm just saying what he's saying. I'm gonna cook on it after I explain what he said, and then I'm gonna cook on it. He says I'm moving up and down in weight, right? And I'm trying to be great. I'm the only one that's just aiming to be great, and I'm fighting all these champions and beating all of them, right? And I'm the only one that's moving up to light heavyweight. Then I'll go back down and then move back up, then go to another division. Say they're not doing that. He said, but at the same time, they all waiting on me. They all just sitting around waiting on me, wanting me to put in all the heavy lifting, do all the work, and then they want to payday for me. He says, but the whole time they not fighting each other. The whole time they sitting around waiting on me, right? Sniffing all up under me like a fucking dog, but they don't want to fight each other. Right, that's basically. Now I put that in my words, but that's basically what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? They all up under his fucking, you know what I'm saying, armpits and shit, sniffing around like a dog, but they don't want to do that. They waiting on him, and so I agreed with some of what he said. Right, other things I didn't agree. Now, what I didn't agree with is that when you go back and you look at the history and you look at the landscape, well, you should have fought some of them. You should have fought Jermall Charlo when I don't give a fuck what happened, right? When he came to 160 and they made him the mandatory for the WBC, you should have fought him. When Demetrius Andrade was the only fighter that you had left to fight for undisputed at 154, you should have fought him. When Demetrius Andrade was at 160, you should have fought him, right? When he was the champion at 160, you should have fought him. But you're choosing, because you can't say this, because they was champions, right? Now, if they didn't have no belt, if they wasn't no champions, then I could say, well, they ain't, what the fuck they had for Canelo? They ain't had enough for him. They wasn't no champions. But that wasn't the case, G5. They had belts. They was the champions. And you say that you moving around and you going up and down in weight classes, right? And you're beating all of the champions. Well, you ain't, because they champions. They were champions in two different weight classes that you moved up and moved down in, right? They was champions in two different weight classes and you skipped over them. So you can't say that you fighting all of the champions and you going for greatness, because if you had fought them, you could have been undisputed at 154, 160, 168. That's three. I don't know if anybody ever done that before. I don't know anybody that's done undisputed in three different weight classes, but he could have done it. And I'm just saying, I'm using his words because he says that he is aiming for greatness, right? So when you say that, we got to look back and see who didn't you fight and who you skipped over. Because if you're aiming for greatness and you aiming for, and you beating all of the champions and you want all of the belts, Well, you should have fought them because they had belts and they were champions. But when you went up to 168, you fought all the champions. Now people got a lot of people complain about that shit because they like, hey, when you them champions that you fought, you know, said it was looking a little bit like Bud Crawford at 140. You know what I'm saying? With them champions that you fought. Now, me, I give him all the respect in the world for Caleb Plant because I think that Caleb Plant is a hell of a fighter. I gave him respect for beating Callum Smith because Callum Smith showed that he was a solid fighter when he won that tournament, when he won the light heavyweight tournament, right? So I give him respect for that. You dig what I'm saying? But if we're going to give you your flowers and praise you for certain things, we got to let you know when you on some bullshit about certain things at the same time, right? And you skipping around Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade, that's some bullshit. Especially if you saying that you moving up and down the weights and you fighting all of the champions and you trying to be great. Well, you could have even been greater if you had fought them, right? Because too many fighters don't get the opportunity to be able to fight any and everybody they want to. That's a rare opportunity in boxing nowadays. You could have done it. Now we do hear that, hey, Charlo turned down a contract, you know what I'm saying, that was sent to him from Canelo and them in the past, that he turned it down. If that's the truth, well, you know, okay. If that's the truth, if you did try to make that happen, I can't shit on you for that. But what about Demetrius Andrade? You ain't never sent Demetrius Andrade no motherfucking contract. He ain't never turned down shit. And you said out of your own mouth, you'll never fight him. And you couldn't give a valid excuse why you would never fight Demetrius Andrade, right? And now we hear that you fight a 40-year-old Triple G. So yeah, that part, when you were saying that shit, I wasn't fucking with that. I didn't agree with that shit, right? Now, let's talk about the other part what he's saying. What I did agree with Canelo on when he said, look, they sitting around waiting for me. I'm fighting I'm doing the heavy lifting, right? And so let's pause right there. When he says, I'm fighting, I'm moving up and down in weight, right? I'm fighting and I'm doing the heavy lifting. I agree with that because like I said, when I did the video, I said, well, he's not fighting everybody he might not be fighting everybody that we want to see him fight. But at the end of the day, if you look at the opponents that he's fighting, they're a lot better than the fighters that Demetrius Andrade fighting. They better than the fighters that Jermall Charlo fighting. They better than the opponents that David Benavidez is fighting. And they better than the opponents that motherfucking Caleb Plant was fighting before he got the Canelo Alvarez fight, right? And that's the truth. It's the truth. Whether you think that Billy Joe Sanders is good or whatever, I'm not too high on the motherfucker, but he better than everybody that Jermall Charlo got on his resume and Demetrius Andrade got on. But, well, you can't blame that on Demetrius Andrade because he was supposed to fight the motherfucker, but he tested positive. So let's not forget that. But he better than everybody that David Benavidez got on his resume. You go to Callum Smith. He better than everybody that Jermall Charlo did fought. In David Benavidez, in Caleb Plant before he got the Canelo Alvarez fight. So he is fighting, right? Whether they're the opponents that we want to see or not, he is fighting the better competition by far. If you want to say that's heavy lifting, it is. He's fighting the better competition, right? And so he's saying, and I'm moving up and down in weight. He doing that. You see what I'm saying? He is moved. So we can complain and say, well, he moved up and he fought Kovalev. And he moved up and he fought this. And he moved back down. Well, the thing about it is, right, is he's still doing it. So Jermall Charlo been at 160 pounds for 5 years now. David Benavidez, his big ass, he been champion already at 160. Jermall Charlo been champion already at 160, right? If you can't get no super fights up there, why you ain't move up to 168? Because this 5 foot redhead motherfucker, he moving all the way, 5'8" redhead motherfucker, he moving all up and down in weight. Whether you want to fucking say it's clenbuterol or whatever, he's moving all up and down in weight. Why isn't Jermall Charlo moved up to 168? It said, you know what? I'm going to move up and I'm going to take one of these motherfuckers out at 168. Why hasn't, let's say David Benavidez moved to light heavyweight? It say, you know what? I'm going to go to light heavyweight and I'm going to beat on fucking Bivol, or I'm going to whoop Joe Smith. Demetrius Andrade, we can't say the same for him because Demetrius Andrade was at 160. Well, he was at 154. He said, fuck it. I can't get no fights. I'm going to move to 160. Demetrius Andrade couldn't get no big fights there. He said, fuck it. I'm going to move to 168. So he is the only one that's pretty much doing everything that he can do. But the rest of these motherfuckers is sitting around just like Canelo said, and they waiting on him when they could be doing whatever they need to do, right, to be great on their own. If you see that he didn't fight you at 154, all right, you ain't learned your lesson there. You go to 160, he ain't fight you at 160. You still ain't learned your motherfucking lesson, and you still waiting on him. I gotta hold off to see what Canelo doing. Fuck that. In the meantime, instead of fighting motherfuckers like Kyron Davis, right? And goddamn Juan Montiel's, you feel me? Caleb Plant, he got the payday. But you know what I'm saying? And fucking figgin' butts and motherfuckers like that, you could have been fighting each other and making big money with each other. I'm not finna stand around and fucking wait on no man. Why? It's other big fights in boxing in those weight divisions that don't involve Canelo Alvarez. You don't need Canelo Alvarez to make a fucking big fight. What you should have been doing is getting all the smoke in with each other, fighting all of the top fights. That way, Canelo Alvarez would have fucking wanted to face y'all. And if he didn't want to face y'all, well, then he would have just been a bitch. But see, you gave him a way out because he could say what he did on the video. Well, them motherfuckers ain't fought nobody. They've been sitting around, you know what I'm saying, waiting on me, waiting on every move I make, but they ain't fought each other. And not only each other, they ain't fought nobody else. So you giving him an out to say that. But if y'all had been fighting each other and making big, great fights, it would have been on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? You would have made your name bigger than what it is. And then if he didn't want to fight you, right, or didn't give you a fight, then, you know, we know what it is. He's just being pussy. But at that point, I mean, they probably would have mandated you to fight Canelo. It's all about money and what type of revenue you can generate. But that's how I feel about the situation. So Canelo, he was full of shit on some of the shit he was saying. But then, on the other hand, I agreed with some of the shit he said. You feel me? So it go both ways. I look at things at all angles, not just at one, you know what I'm saying? Not just one-sided, one way. But G5 Gabe, I'm gonna let you cook.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm with you, bro. It's like it's a double-edged sword with this situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you are active between the Benavidez and Charlo. You're the most active. You got the better opponents, cool. You moving up and down. Yeah, those are all facts. But we wouldn't be on your ass riding you so hard if you already had fought Andrade or Charlo and then moved up. You know what I'm saying? If you already had, even if you only fought him one time, you know what I'm saying? No, even if you don't give him a rematch, at least if you fought them, both of them at least one time, then we can't say, oh, well, you didn't fight the best at 160. You already undisputed at 168. We know how that it is what it is, but you undisputed at 168. At least you would have been, you know, if you knock off Andrade and Charlo, then you talking about undisputed twice. You know what I'm saying? If, unified, because, you know, Triple G got this other belt. But at one point, Triple G didn't have that joint. So it's like you could have had your undisputed at 160. You know what I'm saying? But you moving up, we can't knock you on that. You know what I'm saying? That's all fine and dandy. Hey, you not fighting them, you still going to get you some fights. They can't say, oh, but Canelo didn't fight me. Okay, he didn't fight y'all. All right. But is his opponent better than your opponent that you fight? You know what I'm saying? It's like a basketball team with a strength of schedule. You know what I'm saying? You might be good, but as soon as you get in that, you know, that Final Four, you know what I'm saying? You ain't playing all these rider schools no more. You got to play nigga Duke. You got to play North Carolina. You got to play Kentucky. You got to play Memphis. You got to play all these schools who got something. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it with this situation. It's like, yeah, you got to, you know, you fighting better opponents, but the ones that we want you to fight or you need to fight to really cement your legacy, you keep moving away from. So I can agree with you that you active and you fighting, but we wouldn't have this rift with you moving up and down if you already had took care of business. In the case of Andrade and Charlo, well, Andrade moving up, he doing what he got to do. They say he still can hold his belt at 160, go up to 68 or do whatever. Okay, fine. He making moves to do whatever he can, the best he can. You know what I'm saying? To put himself in position at least be a mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Charlo, they just waiting on this. It's like you going to get a car, and they's like, yeah, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got the bread, but you ain't got the credit. So you're gonna have to put the credit down, or else you're gonna need a cosign. Nigga, Benavidez and Charlo, they waiting on Canelo cosign to stamp their career type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all went on here and fought each other at least once or twice, say y'all did 400 to 500K on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using a rough number. Maybe they didn't do that, but just say they do, or they did it once. Now you have numbers that are computed in the system. So when you go to negotiation for somebody else, or like a Canelo or something, you already done showed that you can't sell and you a draw. You know what I'm saying? Create your own damn, your own damn following, your own damn crowd. So when you drop a fight, you know you're going to do 350, 400 every time. It like Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing 800,000, but he consistent on his numbers. He got a core base that he knows is going to buy his fights. Why Charlo has not done that, why Benavidez has not done that, they just waiting on Canelo cosign. It's like he is dictating y'all career. So while he fighting doing shit, y'all trying to see what he doing. He not worried about y'all ass. So you going to sit here and be in a sport that's violent already, that you make money off of to feed your family, and just wait on one man? You got me fucked up. Ain't no way in hell, bro. I'm not waiting on one man to give me authorization or heads up on my career that, okay, yeah, I finally got this fight. Clearly, he don't want to fight you. Move on. Fight Andre. You should have been to fight Andre at least twice in Charlo. You know, I don't understand why the hell you wouldn't fight him and the whole situation with your brother happened. Bro, that would entice me and motivate me more to want to whoop Canelo ass, bro. That's just me. I don't know. And I'm like, y'all Texas boys, but y'all was born in Louisiana, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going for all that, my nigga. Like, no, that's weird, bro. That's like, you know what I'm saying? A nigga signed with you, Key. Yeah, man, nigga pulled out the fight with you or something. And I'm like, bro, nigga, you know what? You pulled out the fight with my bro, but you want to fight me now? Bet that. Let's get it. I'm about to whoop your ass extra, and I'm gonna have my boy in the corner so he can get a front row seat of me whooping your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's just the energy, bro. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Niggas to get a big bag, and you know what I'm saying? Now they done lost some of that hunger. You still a dog, but you know, it's a difference between being a dog and being a hungry dog. A hungry dog gonna do what he gotta do to make sure he eat. Just being a dog, you just gonna bark. Bars, nigga. You know what I'm saying? A dog just gonna bark, but a hungry one, he gonna do what he gotta do to eat. Bro, he gonna go walk them alleys. He gonna, nigga, hop in another backyard. Nigga, he gonna try to take something. And you know what I'm saying? That's kind of missing right now. And the fact that you waiting on Canelo and you've been waiting, you know you ain't got that fight, bro. You're not getting that fight. So entice him by fighting somebody to make him want to fight you. Give more belts to make him want to fight you. You know what I'm saying? Start, you know what I'm saying, doing something that make you want to fight you. And stop worrying about it. And if he want to see you, he gonna come to you. Because clearly he can go whatever way he want to and do what he want. So, you know, that's just how I look at it, man. It's not, I mean, I'm saying I'm agreeing with you on a lot, bro, because it's like at the same time, yeah, you're doing this, but you got there is a hiccup, you know what I'm saying, in your shit. You know, you went up, yeah, you did that, you doing all this, but again, you got offered a bag to fight these two, but you went to fight Bivol and damn Triple G again. Triple G ain't gonna go up to 168 for you unless y'all gonna do a catch weight. You said you weren't going back down to 160, but I bet you'll go down for 160 now to fight Triple G. But you don't want to go down to fight Charlo. So make that shit make sense. So it's like it's a duck, but you fight somebody, but man, he gonna be able to do what he want. You know, so Charlo now need to go find them for shit or fight Benavidez. Straight up.
Yeah, you can't worry about what the fucking next man doing. You worried about and I hear a lot of people is like, well, but such and such didn't have to do that. Why he got to do it? Shit, ain't shit fair. Ain't shit fair. So you can't worry about what the next man didn't do or what did do. Just do what you do for your career. Do what you do and move forward in your motherfucking career. That's just like some, well, he told on me, so I told on him. No, we ain't doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you got to do for your career and move forward. We all see what Canelo ain't doing and what he is doing. At the end of the day, what are you doing? What are you doing? You feel me? I can't say, well, man, why y'all, you know what I'm saying? Why is G5, why he get to do this? And why y'all don't say, that don't got nothing to do with me. That's what y'all got to understand. That's all I'm saying. Ain't nobody saying that they agree with how Canelo moving and none of that shit. It's just that we saying that, man, they got to take opportunity, right, and move different on their own. So we don't have to be fucking sitting here waiting. Is Canelo gonna fight Charlo? Is Canelo gonna fight Benavidez? Because the reason we so fucking antsy about this shit, right, is because we know that if Canelo don't fight one of these motherfuckers 9 times out of 10, we gonna have to see him in the fucking ring with another bum like they've been doing. That's just it. And we want to see them fight top competition. We want to see them fight top competition. And they can fight each other. And if they fought, if we had Canelo and David Benavidez, Jermall Charlo, and I'm going to pass it to my man Red right now, right? If we had a Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez fight on the horizon, or a David Benavidez fight and Caleb Plant on the horizon, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant and Jermall Charlo, or Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez, or Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo, whatever. We wouldn't fucking be worried about what Canelo doing. We wouldn't.
No,
We wouldn't give a goddamn about what Canelo doing. Because then we be focusing on those fights because we be like, hey, shit, man, I'm waiting for the goddamn Charlo and Andrade fight. Ain't nobody worried about what Canelo doing, but we so focused on Canelo and what they doing when these other fighters' names come up because they ain't fighting nobody. Just what it is. Yeah. But Reg, go ahead, cook, man. Cook, my guy.
But no, I'm agreeing with everything that y'all saying and stuff, and ultimately to me it feel like these cats don't believe in themselves for real, and they waiting on the lottery day. They waiting for the lottery to come to their waiting and they hitting stuff whatever instead of going in and putting in their own work. And ultimately, if they fight each other or whatever, they building their resume. They building at least a recent resume that's even looking better than Canelo's. And if I'm in Canelo position or whatever, it's too many of these cats out here to fight. It's 5, 6 top cats that want to come from or whatever, and y'all expect them to fight each and every one of y'all, and ain't none of y'all gotta fight nobody. That's crazy. So I mean, ultimately, they need to build up their resume by fighting each other. They put themselves in a better position now. The pickings get slim now because they picking each other off, and that's what they scared of. They don't want to be the one that get picked off. So they want to sit there and stay on the sideline, get themselves in good contention, not take too many risks, and wait for the lottery to come their way. And it might not come their way because he can move anywhere he want to go to now. Like you said, he done moved all the way up to light heavyweight. He can fight in cruiserweight. He can fight middleweight. All the way down from or at least from right now from 68 to 75. And y'all all just sitting there, they all just sitting there on their hands and stuff or whatever. So it's just like you just sit there and wait for him to feed you. And then the Bible said, I sit there and let them starve. I keep finding something because it's gonna keep being somebody new. And while they're sitting on their hands, I'll wait till the next deserving party come that's acting like they actually want to do something. And we give them none of them a chance because they waiting for him to feed them. So I don't see nothing wrong with what he doing because he had to go through it. All the people before him had to go through it. I don't know what makes them the exception when they feel like they this big of a star. They appalled. They're like, he should have been called me. He should have been had that fight with me. I'm that much of a monster that he ain't even come towards me. So, but I'm agreeing with everything y'all saying. We could be having a whole bunch like great more fights and stuff, whatever. Everybody just start looking at who they fighting and building up their resume and stuff or whatever, and then the boxing culture wouldn't even be where it is right now. To me, everybody, like they said, everybody's scared to let go of their O and stuff or whatever. It ain't even about having the O. It's about going out there putting on the best performances, the best fights. If you believe in your talent like that, if you believe you that much of a dog, and you can take niggas out, go ahead and go do that. Put it on display. Everybody think they're a top dog. Let them know why they ain't. Until that time come around. That time come around, it might end up being you that's the top dog now. That's without even having to go through Canelo. Charlo went through and fought Benavidez and fought Andrade and was able to get the Triple G fight and stuff. You know how much of a monster he looked like? Canelo will be running to him because that's gonna be the biggest fight in boxing when we get together. We know that's gonna do over a million views, and that should be the thing, building up your stock more and more. But they don't believe in themselves, and they want Canelo to cash them out, and that's weak. So it is what it is. That's all I gotta say, dog.
Yeah, man. Like I said, hey, man, I don't agree with the shit that Canelo doing, but y'all got to move on your own. Y'all got to make some shit pop on your own. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You can't stand around and fucking wait for another man and cry about what he doing and what he ain't doing and all of that bullshit. Make some shit happen on your own. I said I don't even think we'd be up here talking about Canelo if we had if we had them fighting each other, because then we'll be focusing on they putting in the work. I want to see, you know what I'm saying? We be focusing on those fights. But they ain't fighting each other and they ain't fighting nobody else that's worth a fuck. So now we just damn well we ain't gonna be able to see them get in the ring with nobody good if it ain't Canelo. Man, let him, if he don't want to fight y'all, let him fucking go until he don't have no choice. Because you can't make none of these fighters get in the ring and fight at the end of the day. Stop putting your motherfucking career on hold off of what he fucking doing. And I'm gonna give it to 817, and I'm gonna pass it to Batman. Let me read this super chat. Zena 360. I already know you here. You come. He says the fight, but salute to my man Zena 360. He says the fight each other first rule clearly has a European exemption. And it's BS, Charlo, and Andrade waiting on a payday because they were trying to fight Canelo years before he was the cash cow. Okay, who give a goddamn? Who gives a fuck? Is you crying over a grown man that's just waiting in line? Why are you waiting in line for another man? If you in the UFC and you can't get a fight with motherfucking John Jones because he the champion, well, then you fight everybody that's behind him until he don't have no fucking choice. They need to do the same. It ain't got fucking nothing to do with fucking European or if they purple. You know what I'm saying? It got something to do with another man ain't supposed to put their fucking whole life on hold because, oh man, well, he doing it or he ain't doing this. And fuck what he doing and what he ain't doing. Make your own way. That's all I'm saying. Make your own way. That's all, man. Y'all don't understand that though. Y'all keep crying about, oh, well, I'm sick of y'all niggas crying. They got to make their own fucking way and stop waiting and sniffing up under Canelo balls if they continue to see that he not going to fight him. And they see that the fucking sanctioning bodies ain't going to mandate him to fight them. Stop waiting on them and move. Just like my man just said, stop waiting to see what they doing, and not all of them. Because, you know what I'm saying? Not because, like I said, Demetrius Andrade, he wants to smoke with everybody. But what they doing is some of these motherfuckers, they don't want to fight each other because they don't want to get an L on their goddamn record. Because then they like, oh, well, if I get an L, I'm out the Canelo sweepstakes. So he essentially making you put your whole fucking career on hold and making you change how you move because of him. He playing you motherfuckers like puppets. Every time he fight, you put your whole fucking career on hold. Well, we got to wait to see what Canelo doing. I don't want to make no move because we got to wait to see what Canelo doing. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about. Juan Garza, salute to you. He says, BF strips Canelo title, Anger De La Hoya. He says, anyone going to talk about when Canelo offered to fight Andrade to avoid getting stripped by the IBF said no. I ain't never heard him offer Andrade shit. That I don't know about. I heard him say that he'll never fight Demetrius Andrade. That's what I heard him say out of his own mouth. So I know he said that shit. Now
he's a horrible fighter. That's what we got.
He said he'll never fight him. So that fight ain't never happening. He said, I can't respect that shit. Like I said, but you know, hey, yeah, I'm not telling you it did happen, or I ain't gonna tell you it did happen. I'm saying I don't know nothing about it.
He was supposed to fight Derevyanchenko. That IBF shit. It wasn't Demetrius.
Oh, okay. Catherine Murray, salute to you. With the super sticker, I appreciate it. But Juan Garza, salute to you, man. Always coming through, showing love, you know, and supporting the channel. My man, 36 Zenith back in the building. He says, hold on. My man Zenith says, two things can be true at the same time. I don't think they should wait on Canelo. I actually don't think they should ever ask for a fight again and move on. But the European exemption is true also. I mean, bro, I feel I get what you're saying, but at the same time, is that you have to move. If you moving differently and like you like, fuck it. I can't. Okay, Juan Garza, I can't. They can click on the link in the chat, but I'm on StreamYard, so I'm not able to click on the link in StreamYard. But you know, if anybody in the chat want to click on the link that he put up, y'all can click on that. I'm not able to click on it though and see. But that's all I'm saying. If they want to make some shit happen, bro, they can move up. If you move up and knock a motherfucker off at the next weight division, you know what I'm saying, and you doing great shit, they're gonna have to recognize you. They're gonna have to move over eventually. But sitting around and fighting bombs, because see, that's what they doing. They ain't fighting nobody. None of them. They ain't fighting nobody. The best opponent out of all of them that any one of them faced was Derevyanchenko. And he didn't lost to fucking everybody that's somebody. That's the truth. We can talk about Derevyanchenko that he ain't beat nobody ever. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all before, he lost the motherfucking what's my dude that just fought Jermall Charlo for undisputed? Brian Castano. He lost to Brian Castano. He lost to Daniel Jacobs, and y'all say that Daniel Jacobs ain't shit. Y'all say Jerry Curl Jacobs ain't a motherfucking thing. He lost to Jerry Curl Jacobs. He lost to motherfucking Triple G, which he should have won that fight. He should have won that fight. You know what I'm saying? But so that's the best opponent that any of them that fought out of all of them. So that's saying something. They ain't doing too much. I can't say your name, but salute to you. He says, just like Andrade said about Laura, horrible fighter. Yeah, Andrade ain't had no business saying that shit about Laura. But I mean, I did hear him say that, but I've heard people say that he said that. But if he said that, he ain't had no business saying that shit neither. Randall Bivens, what's happening with it? Salute. He says, back then, Frazier beat Ali, Foreman beat Frazier, and Ali beat Foreman. My point is, it's better to lose against the elite instead of journeymen. Right. That's all I'm saying. See, and I'm gonna let 817 cook, and I'm gonna pass it to Batman. All me and G5 Gabe and my other man was saying is that, yeah, Canelo on some bullshit. But hey, you can't say, well, he gets to do it. Why can't I do it? You got to move on. You feel me? 817, go ahead.
Hey, what's up to everybody? Salute to you, Keon. Salute to the panel.
What do you
Say, let me say this. Let me start off and say this. Canelo is a great fighter, bro. He's a great fighter. He's very talented. Very talented. You know what I'm saying? The reason why the expectations are so high for him is because of his skill, his talent, and his ability. Let me say that first off. All right. But second of all, when it comes to these guys, I'm gonna tell you where they made that mistake. First of all, they put themselves in position. They did what it took to get in position to fight Canelo. They went the traditional route. They went up the rankings or whatever and put themselves in position to be mandatories, and the bitch ducked them. So what they should have realized is, okay, I went the route and I did everything I was supposed to do, and this bitch ass nigga, he worked a way to avoid us. So guess what? I need to say fuck him and do my own thing from this point forward. Now, what they did was they kissed his ass in interviews and shit every time they put a camera in their face, thinking that was going to get them to fight. Instead of saying fuck him, he ducked me, and I went the traditional route, the way y'all say we supposed to go, fighting my way up through the rankings, and this motherfucker got a belt made up so he could avoid me. So fuck him. And instead of kissing his ass and praising him and doing like Andre, letting Eddie talk you into commentating this fight and all that old bullshit, that's where they fucked up. But let me say this too. Moving up and down in weights and fighting other champions, right? Ain't now one of them hoe ass motherfuckers that Canelo fought at them other weights was gonna sell their belts to the Charlos or the Andre, because they weren't gonna make the money that they was gonna make selling their belts to Canelo. So when Canelo called them other weights or whatever for fights, they willing to take them. If Charlo and them was to call Billy Joe Sanders for a fight, Billy Joe don't see nothing but a loss. He don't see no big ass bagging behind it, so he ain't taking that motherfucking fight. And so on and so forth. So you can kill that argument. Look, man, Canelo understand he got a fan base, and he can strategically move around and fight shit on shoes, goddamn me, and make money. Yildirim hadn't won a fight since 2018. How the fuck you get mandated for a belt in 2021? It's because he is who he is. So they ain't necessarily have to fight each other, because that's what he want them to do. Look, I'll fight one of you motherfuckers. I ain't fighting all of you motherfuckers, but you duck 3. it's at least 3 of them motherfuckers at your old fights too. But he'd rather have you motherfuckers fight each other. And then that way, I just fight one of you motherfuckers. The other 2 don't deserve it. We all peep to play. It's context to everything the motherfucker do. It's context to them fights. What's the difference in between undisputed at 168 pounds and 160 pounds? One shit but the motherfucking opponents. So, like, I mean, I say it all the time, and the brother Zena just said that 2 things can be true at the same time. Canelo can be a great fighter, but don't try to sell me shit, bro, telling me that you aiming to be great with the moves you making. Nigga, we know what's up. There's context to that shit. And I understand the play. Fight each other. Make yourselves worthy to fight me. But bitch, who are you? And this them hoe ass niggas' fault for acting like he was worthy, kissing his ass during that time. Every time they put a camera in their face talking about how great Canelo was, instead of telling the truth. Now I move myself in position at 154 and 160 pounds, and a bitch ass nigga ducked me and got a belt made every time they put a camera in their face. And then went and fought the best competition that they could, instead of playing it cool, fighting average competition, thinking that they was finally gonna get picked. Well, you're gonna run out of cherries. The fuck? So yeah, 2 things can be true at the same time. Yeah, they could have made some better moves, but them champions at them other divisions weren't finna sell their belts.
You cutting out 817. You cutting out. 817, you cutting out. Your shit bad. Yeah, he cut out. The weigh in, shout out. Salute to you. Salute to the weigh in. Yeah, he cutting out. Batman, you go ahead and cook out his phone. His phone disconnecting. Batman.
Hey man, my man 817 had a lot of good points there, man. But man, look, man. This is how I look at it, man. Exclude Andre from that list, man. That list y'all keep talking about, just keep chasing Canelo. He don't just
I did. You didn't hear me? I said I excluded him from it.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But a lot of people always saying, y'all, nah, pull the niggas' names up, man. The only person that's doing it for real is Charlo and Triple G, but Triple G already fought him. Come on, man. Ain't nobody know who Bivol was. I mean, a lot of hardcore fans ain't know who Bivol was. You know what I'm saying? Until his name came up with Canelo. Come on, man. Stop this shit, man. Y'all, the thing about it, he a great fighter, but he's a strategic. Yeah, strategic moving
strategic
fighter. All right, yeah. You say it for me. I can't get it out. And we know what that means. Bitches move like that, dog. You hear me? Bitches weigh their options. That's what bitches do. He keep on saying he want to be the greatest Mexican fighter ever. He's not showing me that. Because we call Muhammad Ali the greatest because why? He fought the best. We don't call him, they don't call him the greatest because he chased the belt. No.
Or because he undefeated or something. Yeah.
Huh?
I said, or because he undefeated or something.
Yeah, but they call Muhammad Ali the greatest because he beat the best. Come on, man. Then he trying to be the better. At least, dog, I dog Julio Chavez for not fighting Sweet Pea twice, but he the best Mexican fighter to me because he fought when they was dangerous. He fought them.
Yeah, he did that. One thing he did do.
Yeah, he fought them. But now in this day and age, I really don't want. It's a lot of bitch ass fans in boxing that be letting these that be nut hugging and going whatever the fighter does. They nut hugs and go with Whatever strategic move the fighter makes, they are with it. They are with it. It's dog. At the time, Charlo and 160 was Charlo, Triple G, Demetrius Andre, and Danny Jacobs and Derevyanchenko. Out of them 5, you fought 2. And you fought the first one you fought was fucking 2 years too late. To me. But you know, then he go up then this what he do. You go fight Rocky Fielding instead of fighting for undisputed. And y'all let him get away with that shit. He went to go fight for a regular belt, then fight for undisputed. Come on, man. Stop this shit, man. That's why I dog him. Then after he come from the 168, he go to fight. He saw this man went through a war. He go to fight what's his name again, Keith? Kovalev. He go fight Kovalev, get Kovalev 2 months to get, a couple of weeks, 4 weeks to get ready.
It was 5 weeks, I think.
Yeah, 4 to 5 weeks to get ready for a fight. He just come off a grueling 12-round fight with the boy Yard. Then after he beat him, look how long he waited. He waited. He like, man, where I'm going at? I can't go back down to 160 because I'm gonna have to fight either one of these motherfucking tough ass niggas. Damn, I can't go to 68 because this motherfucker still got this belt. This Benavidez boy still got this belt. Once Benavidez, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone to be undisputed at 168. The man chose not to be undisputed to fight Rocky Fielding. And he calls Demetrius Andre the shit fighter. He haven't fought anybody. Who the fuck did Rocky Fielding fight?
Facts.
This shit crazy. But he the greatest. He the face of boxing. Everybody that cheers for Canelo, and I don't even want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Y'all is bitch made people. Cause y'all got that type of mentality. Y'all got the niggas who cheer for these niggas got the same mentality as these niggas, man. Straight up. That's all I gotta say, Keith.
Yeah, you got some good points. But hey, the thing is, at the end of the day, you got to start like I said, because we stay on Canelo all the time, and everybody know a lot of the moves that he making is some bitch ass moves. But we got to look at these other fighters. You got Jermall Charlo. He the same age as Canelo. Why he ain't on the level of Canelo? Well, hold on. Why he ain't on the level of Canelo? They start boxing. They get it boxing the same amount of time.
He's not on the level of Canelo because he don't have the fan base. Let's keep it real. The only reason Canelo get the move like this.
At the end of the day, they the same age. Hold on. They the same age. It's 24 hours in the day. Right? It's 24 hours in the day. Y'all the same age. Why are you so far behind him in your career?
Keith, let me ask you.
The fan base.
Well, if Charlo, if Jermall at 160 pounds, right? Billy Joe Saunders, we know Billy Joe Saunders was tucking himself off in the UK. Wasn't coming over here to phase shit. So you think them reaching out to him and trying to fight him at 168 pounds, they was gonna take that fight?
Hold on. They never did though. We can't say, oh well, you thinking it because they never did.
Billy seeing the way that these motherfuckers was set, we all know that motherfuckers selling their belts to Canelo, bruh. We all know
Canelo came up in the game, right? Canelo came up in the game just like they did. And why are they so far behind him?
He got a fan base.
T. See what me
So
and
you
Batman saying. What me and Batman saying.
Tell me that it ain't nobody that they could have fucking fought to make big fights.
Dog. Demetrius Andre was supposed to fight Billy Ho Saunders. Billy Ho Saunders
what did he do?
Got caught.
Hold on, Batman. Hold on, Batman. Did Demetrius Andrade, did he not pull out a Jermall Charlo fight?
Man, his man is
did Canelo just not turn down $100 million for Benavidez and Charlo?
Hold on.
Did Canelo not drop his motherfucking belt?
Hold on, 817.
Answer
the question.
So what?
Answer the question. Hold on. Did he or did he not pull out a Jermall Charlo fight?
Yes.
Okay. So don't sit here and tell me, so let's stop making excuses.
Did Canelo not take the franchise belt? Did Canelo not take the franchise belt to avoid Charlo as a mandatory?
I don't give a fuck what Canelo doing.
Oh, okay. But you give a fuck about what Andre did, though. But you give a fuck about what Andre did, though.
We know
but you give a fuck about what Charlo did, though.
On what Canelo went doing,
it's the same for each and every one of them motherfuckers, bro. It ain't no different.
It ain't no different. I just gave you a whole spiel on what Canelo didn't do and how I felt about the shit. So I said, but we need to look at them. Now, Demetrius Andrade, he had a big fight with Jermall Charlo and he pulled out. So don't tell me, that don't matter. No. It mattered.
I didn't say it didn't matter. Because Canelo turned down plenty of shit too. All that shit matters. But what I'm telling you is, ain't now one of them other champions around them weight classes was gonna sell their motherfucking belts to Charlo or Andre because they wouldn't go make the money that they gonna make with Canelo. Those are just the fucking facts. Those are just the facts. Whose fault it is, it don't fucking matter.
You keep talking about what they wasn't gonna do and what they doing, right? Instead of saying, okay, why didn't they go after? You said, they didn't go after Billy Joe because they wouldn't have been able to get the fight. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Billy Joe, Kovalev, whichever one you want to interject, nigga. Any of them champions, them so-called heavy lifting that nigga doing. That nigga ain't doing no heavy lifting. He doing strategic lifting. It's cool, Key. We know that he got a fan base. We know that he the bag, bro, and he can move how he want to move. It is what it is, but all I'm telling you is, don't tell me you making great moves and you moving for greatness. Oh, I see what you doing. You don't drop belts if you moving for greatness. This bitch ass nigga could have been 3-time undisputed, Key.
Okay, I hear all
you agree with it too.
Look, check this out. I hear all of that shit that you talking, right? I hear all that shit. Let me read this.
So
Let me talk for a minute. God damn. Let me read this. That's why you get on here and you be want to talk over people all the time. Let me read this shit. Blue Blood Sports say, he said, they behind. He said, they far behind because they ain't fighting no fucking body, period. Now, what I'm trying to say is we always crying about what Canelo doing, what he ain't doing. He ain't fighting him, and we know that. That we do know, right? But on the other end, you can't tell me that he is the only fighter from 154 to 168 that they could get in the ring with that could make a good big fight. He ain't the only fighter. And stop making excuses telling me that, they couldn't fight this and they couldn't fight this because wasn't nobody else gonna sell their belt. Who else have you heard Jermall Charlo go heavy at? What other fighter that got a big name has Jermall Charlo went heavy at their head? Because if we talk about David Benavidez, I could give you names. If we talk about Demetrius Andrade, I could give you names. Andrade, he's done everything that he could do, but he fucked up when he had his chance. That matters. That shit matters. Because we say, he ain't never had a chance in his whole career. And we go back to the Jermall Charlo fight. And we can say, what if he hadn't have pulled out of the Jermall Charlo fight? What if he had been the first one to beat Jermall Charlo? Where would his career be right now? He fucked up. And then we go to Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo had a fucking chance to move up in weight and fight David Benavidez. He turned it down. He didn't want to. So we crying about what Canelo doing and sniffing up under his fucking nuts and waiting. Canelo this and Canelo, I'm sick of that shit. They need to fucking move and do shit on their own. A bunch of fucking grown-ass men waiting on another grown man. What that shit look like? Well, Blue Blood, he got 130,000 subs and only got 12. Why Blue Blood this and what I sound like doing some shit like that? Come on, man.
They all bitches. They all did the same thing. They all did the same thing is what I'm saying. They've all done it. One can't point at the other because they've all fucking done it, including him. He just got the bag behind it.
Money Brown got this many subs. Why y'all watching Money Brown? How come y'all ain't? Come on, man. That's some bitch ass shit.
Like I said, they all done it.
Instead of worrying about, okay, cool. We all fighters. We all call ourselves elite level fighters. If we can't get the fight or if we can get the fight, let's do everything we can to get these other motherfucking top fighters to fight us. If we got to move it up in weight like he doing and build our own legacy to be great, that's what we gonna do. But we can't keep fucking sitting around crying about what Canelo doing and what he ain't doing because at the end of the day, it ain't changing shit.
Keith, they understand like it don't guarantee. Say, look, if becoming his mandatory don't guarantee him the fight, fighting them other motherfuckers don't guarantee him the fight either. And they should have said that and went on and quit bitching about it. I
hear what you saying. 817, I hear what you saying, right? But fuck it. Take Canelo out the fucking picture. He ain't the fucking be all end all. It ain't he, you know what I'm saying? They can get bread without him. Who give a goddamn? You know what I'm saying? Who cares?
And I think that's what they've been doing, but it ain't been to the same level, and they ain't gonna make the same bag because they ain't him. They just keep his name in their mouth. That's my problem with him. I wouldn't have been commentating his fights. I wouldn't have been talking about how great he is or none of that shit, pumping him up after he ducked me when I fought to become his mandatory. That's why I think they lame too. They don't get a pass. I just recognize what the fuck it is. Like I said, don't tell me you stretching out, you reaching for greatness and shit by the competition you picking. And these niggas either.
I hear what you're saying. I hear. Like I said, I feel what you're saying. Like when he's saying that, like I said, if you was on earlier when I said it, I said he's saying that he's going for greatness. He fighting all the champions. Well, why he ain't fight them at 154, 160? You know what I'm saying? Why he skipping? So we know that. We know that. So that's why I got that shit out. But see, people only listen to what they want to listen to. If you say some shit, they gonna fucking pick the part that they don't like what you said, and they gonna go off of that. We talked about G5. He cooked on all of it. He cooked Canelo. I cooked on all of it. You can't come in here and just say one side, you know. So yeah, we know that. But my thing is, I'm looking at them, and I'm like, okay, damn, what motherfucking tough fights have y'all been in? Who are y'all fighting? Who are y'all? Even if we like, okay, we know he ain't gonna be able to fight no Colin Smith, or you still gotta when they want to fight Canelo or when they want to fight somebody else, them motherfuckers get on their Instagram, they get on their Twitter, they show up at these fights. Why is Canelo the only one that they fucking focusing on, catering to? Like he fucking God or somebody. Like if they don't fight him, the fucking world ends.
They want that payday more than anything. Payday over legacy. And yeah, they need to just stop calling this man out. He already ducked you 2 divisions. Stop mentioning this dude name. In the meantime, are you gonna wait on Canelo to dictate your career, or are you gonna take control of your career? It's called betting on yourself. Not tell Canelo to bet on me and then I get chose. You know what I'm saying? Like, bet on yourself. You can't get him. You should have fought Andre. And say you beat Andre. You got 2 belts. Fight him again if you got to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, You can't sit and wait on one man to dictate and lead you your career down a path when he already got his shit set in stone and he able to do what he want to do. In the meantime, yeah, he ducked y'all. So if he ducked y'all and he ain't one trying to fight you, fuck Canelo. Go on to the next. And if he still don't fight you, it is what it is. How many great fights that we want to see that never happened, but people still had successful careers? Several people have done that. Now, in the meantime, yeah, we know they want the Canelo fight. They want to prove. They want to see who's the best. That's fine. But go cement your own legacy. Fight Andre. Fight, nigga, go knock off the top 3 in your weight class. You know what I'm saying? Continue to build yourself. That's what they need to be doing, and they waiting. You know what I'm saying? They waiting more than they actually going out and getting in the mud to go fight. Just take and stay busy. Fights ain't gonna get it, bro. That ain't gonna cement you and make you the biggest star or create a bigger bag for yourself. You gotta go do that shit on your own. You gotta get some shit off your own merit. Now wait on Canelo to give you the bag. And then once you get the numbers with him, now you can go demand the bag somewhere else. Bruh, go cement your own shit. So, I mean, I get both sides of it, but in the meantime, if you can't get that fight, what the fuck are you going to do? Go try to get the best possible fights you can. I mean, it's just that simple. It's called betting on yourself. And that's what you do when you bet on yourself.
Hi. Let me ask you something, G5.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get your honest opinion. So, right now with this Canelo, we know Canelo fighting Bivol, right? Now, if at the same time we heard that Jermall Charlo is fighting David Benavidez next, do you think you'll be too worried about what Canelo doing?
Hi, Poopy.
Honestly,
nah.
She called me Poopy.
Not really.
Look out, Daddy.
We wouldn't be worried about it because we'd be like, damn, we focus on that fight. That's what they need to do, but they're not doing it. And and I think the reason we know that we go through this shit every year, right? We've been going through this shit every year, and the reason we so focused on it when it comes up to Demetrius Andrade, now David Benavidez, Jermall Charlo. For a while, it was Daniel Jacobs, right? Because people was on his helmet about Daniel Jacobs, and then he fought him, right? But I think the reason is because most of these fighters, 9 times out of 10, they not fighting nobody else that we want to see them fight. So then we like, shit, we want to see him fight Canelo. We want to see him fight Canelo because we more so want to see them in the ring with somebody on that level. That's how I look at it myself. And, you know, because I had to ask myself, why am I so focused on them every time Canelo is brought up? Yeah, man, they got to, I want to be able to be focused on Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez and Caleb Plant and all these other fighters because they got other big fights coming up that don't involve Canelo. For real. You can't just sit around and wait on another man and expect some shit to happen. In the sanctioning bodies, right? Why isn't the sanctioning bodies you know, they know how to mandate shit. You seen that the sanctioning bodies didn't mandate nothing to happen at 154. They didn't mandate shit to happen at 160. So it is what it is. You know that everything ain't fair. And I get it because people get so mad because they like, man, why does Canelo get to do such and such or this and that? But it ain't fair. We know that. So you gotta realize that and move on, bro.
Yeah, favor ain't fair, bro. You know what I'm saying? We look at the WBC. Where is it located? Mexico. Who do they cater to? Canelo. So when it comes to that organization, they're not gonna make Canelo fight Charlo. Like, I've been past this, bro. I don't even mention it. I would love to see it, but right now that's like a fantasy fight, to be honest. You know, it's a fantasy fight because he don't have to do it.
He told
And they're
him.
not gonna mandate him to do it. And if he see like, okay, yeah, all right, what are you doing in the meantime? And you know, I'm gonna text this boy and I rock with the Charlos. But bro, I'm not waiting on nobody to do shit, bro. I had to grind out the mud and get everything that I got. So why I'm finna wait and expect another man to hand me a bag or something? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Canelo a duck. He is fighting. But for SD, and we talking about what people missing the whole the concept of what we saying is like, bruh, if you can't get him, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? You're going to continue to wait and just fight C class or B minus fighters until you can finally land him? Bro, it's about your career. Canelo not the end all or be all for your career, bro. And if you looking at that as that, then that's a problem. That's a self-inflicted problem that they got to do.
What if, right? Because dude, Jermall Charlo chose to fight Montiel. I don't know if he chose him, but this is what Samson said, right? This is what David Benavidez, promoter, said on KQKC.
Mm-hmm.
He said that Jermall Charlo is his own boss. He says Jermall Charlo fight who he want to fight. He said that he have a good relationship with Jermall Charlo. And they cool like that. He said he fuck with Jermall Charlo. But he said he know one thing. He said can't nobody tell Jermall Charlo what to do. He said Al Hammond can't tell Jermall Charlo shit. That's what he said, right? So he know more about the situation than I do and then you do or any of us do, right? So if he's saying that Jermall Charlo fought Montiel, didn't nobody make him fight a Montiel his last fight. At the same time, he had an option, right, to fight David Benavidez. Now, say past tense, say Jermall Charlo fights David Benavidez and beats him. Or David Benavidez fights Jermall Charlo and beats him. Whatever one it is. Now, Canelo Alvarez, he got to make his decision for the May 7th fight. That's going to put a lot more heat on Canelo Alvarez. Now, he wouldn't be able to say, well, they need to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? They need to fight each other. They ain't fought nobody. He wouldn't be able to say that shit. And the fight would even be bigger because now they would have both already been on pay-per-view fighting each other. And we can't say, oh, well, they wouldn't have made that fight. We don't know. Because all we know is one man was pushing for it and the other man said no. And he said no. First he said because it was a vaccine. First he said, I'm not a 168-pound fighter. And then you turn around a couple months after that and say I'm moving to 168. And I'm waiting on Canelo. Y'all got to make this shit make sense. That's all we talking about. You know?
Man. And then what another thing, say like the scenario you just gave, say Charlo and Benavidez fight each other. The winner and the loser of the fight is still in the Canelo sweepstakes, y'all. Because Canelo is gonna find the one who he feel is the most less threatening and still get the bag.
Right.
So just say they had a close fight and say Charlo edged it out. Now it's like apples and oranges. Which one of these fighters can I choose to pick that I feel like I'll win against? They're both still in the sweepstakes. You know what I'm saying? And they just boosted their own profile. Like, that's my only thing. You can't wait on nobody in the sport of boxing, bro. Look at what's going on with Devin Haney, bro. Cambosos. You know what I'm saying? This whole bullshit they got going on with this, bro. You can't wait. Even if you got a belt and you in position, if they don't want to mandate it or move it, they not gonna do it. Look what we got going on at 135. Like, bro, boxing has been corrupt and it always will be corrupt. That's why it's the importance of you. Huh?
Oh, no, go ahead.
That's the importance of betting on yourself. Win or lose, bro. Shit, you dictated the control of your career, not another man. If you go pick the fighters you want to fight and you aiming for the best, bro, and you lose, bro, you lose. Man, you can lose. It's about how you lose, bro. If you
They
lose,
actually make his name. They make his name bigger than what it is because you know what I'm saying. If they just was like shit, never talked about him, ignored him, and talked about each other and put the heat on each other, he wouldn't be as big as like he gonna be big regardless, but he wouldn't be in everybody's mouth like he is. If they just like, yeah, what you think about? Oh shit, he over there. Let him do what he want. Let him do what he doing. And they go to David Benavidez. He say the same shit as Charlo. Yeah, we not focused on him right now. We focus on fighting each other. He doing whatever he doing. That's gonna make him like, okay, well, shit. They're making him bigger, sitting around and talking about him and waiting on him. And we want to see if we could get the Canelo fight. They making him bigger by doing that. Act like he don't exist. I bet you he'll come running over. You feel me? Because them dudes that he's fighting, they're not big names. Bivol is not a big name. Triple G, this motherfucker on his last goddamn leg. These are not big names that he's fighting. You see what I'm saying? So if they just focused on each other, they could do so much more and make their own self a lot bigger. But they not. They focusing on him and making him bigger than what, you know what I'm saying, what he is.
Man, just waiting, bro. They say you missed 2 super chats.
Yeah, let me get this super chat. My man Q Trucker says if they was fighting each other, 2 things would happen. He says either they would beat each other and have classics. He says that would up their bag and furthermore expose Canelo, or one guy would beat everybody else and he'll be the king. Yeah, exactly, Q Tucker. And salute to my man Q Tucker coming through showing love and support in that super chat. That's exactly what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You make your own way.
Take the book. Boo Andre trying to do that, man. He trying to fight Benavidez. Benavidez trying. Ain't nobody saying about Samson keep on trying overpriced.
Oh, my bad. Zenith. I missed Zenith's. Zenith, I think I missed this one. I don't know if I read this one. My bad though, Zenith. He says Charlo and Andrade did everything they were supposed to do. He says they should say F Canelo and let him have those boring fights and bankrupt the zone again. None of them should ever fight him, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't have no problem with that, Zenith. You know what I'm saying? Say fuck it. If he don't want to fight none of us, fuck it. Let's make these big fights happen. Let's act like he don't exist. For real. Make this shit happen. Let's act like he don't exist.
Me as a fan, I want to see it. I just want to see the so-called best fighting all the so-called best. And they got Canelo as the face of boxing. He's getting paid 30, 40, 50, 85, all this shit. He should be fighting the best competition in boxing that's above his weight class, in and out his weight class. But you know, it is what it is.
Because like I said, them dudes, like Zenith said, if they want to go bankrupt, paying him all that fucking money on DAZN, we seen that story. What DAZN, they in the red like over $1 billion. Over $1 billion they in the red. They want to keep paying him. Fuck it. Let them do it. You know what I'm saying? Let them do it.
They try to do pay-per-view now.
Yeah, because they in the red.
Hey, Key, and look at Canelo big contract he signed. Also, look at the purse that they about to pay him again. You add his previous contract up and the one he about to sign, and you look at he got about 300-some million of that for one person.
Right.
We ain't even talking about taxes. Right. They ain't even came up. They just talking about they tab. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, Canelo got a nice portion of that. Everything else is distributed out through everybody else. But one fighter has made y'all done paid him out and dished out more money than him. Then shoot,
probably about the roster combined. Goddamn.
Probably more than 50 fighters careers put together.
Right. My man Zenith back in that super chat once again. He said 817 got a point. He says when Wilder went after Parker, his own team said AJ would be an easier fight and said and more money. But people trash Wilder despite others holding out for the AJ paycheck. He said same thing here. Yeah, man. We see the bullshit, but it is, it is what it is. It is what
it's
it
the
is.
Meantime shit, bro. In the meantime, it's that point of time when you can't get, like, it don't even have to be Charlo or Benavidez. If it's a certain fighter you've been trying to get and you can't get that fight, you want it. In the meantime, what are you going to do? That's the number one goal. It's called bet on yourself. That's what it's called. You know what I'm saying?
Salute to the queen, Lori Reed. Lori, salute to you. I hope you're doing all right. I hope everything going good with you. What said TV? What's happening with it? Salute. He says Canelo will fight the winner of Boo Boo and Benavidez. He said it himself. Charlo won't fight Benavidez or Boo Boo. Charlo will go to 168 for one fight. I don't personally, right? This is how I feel about that shit, right? He said he'll fight the winner of Charlo and Benavidez or whoever fight, right? This is how I feel about that. Whether he will really do it or not, I'm not putting my fucking career on hold for what he said he was gonna do. If I'm one of them, I still make the biggest and best fights that I can with each other, and I don't mention him no more. Well, Canelo said, yeah, we ain't worried about that. We focus on this. We ain't worried about Canelo. That's how I'm moving from now on. You fooled me once, twice, 3, 4. How many times he gonna fool him?
But that's
and the PBC, right? And the PBC, just like I told y'all. Now, you remember when I said this, Batman? G5, you might have been on here when I said it too. I said this months and months ago. I said he playing the PBC. I said he's playing them. I said he got a big ass bag and fucking ran off and chunked the deuce on him, and he ain't gonna do no more business with him. I said that shit months ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With all these reports and news, yeah, they got me. They got me because they had me thinking like, damn, he finna fight Jermall Charlo. But see, if I had stuck to what I originally said, I've been said that shit. I said he ain't gonna do no more business with him. I said he got a fucking bag, right? He got what he wanted from. He got the title and he got a big bag at the same time, and he fucking ran off and robbed their ass, and he ain't gonna do no more fucking business with him. And that's what he did. He wants to work with the zone.
Yeah, they say
Eddie Hearn.
They say Charlo might fight Caleb Plant.
We hear a whole bunch. Hey, I ain't falling for no more of this boxing bullshit.
No, I said Mike. I said Mike.
Yeah. We I doubt we get that shit next. You know what I'm saying? I doubt we get that shit.
That's the only play they got with Charlo right now.
I heard Caleb Plant, right? This is the problem I had with Caleb Plant. Because Caleb Plant talking about y'all gonna see me back in the ring soon, this and that, right? And then he said, yeah, Jermall Charlo and me, let's make that happen at the end of the year. Motherfucker, we in March. G5, ain't this March 1st? Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Last time I looked, I thought we was in the beginning of March. Why is you talking about fighting this man at the end of the year if we in the beginning of March? You should be talking about fighting him. Both of y'all should be talking about fighting each other right now. Ain't no motherfucking end of the year. For what? I don't want to, like I said, I'm a huge Caleb Plant fan. I don't want to see Caleb Plant jump in the ring with another motherfucking figgin' butts. All your fucking get out of jail free cards is used up. You go from Canelo and you got to fight another hitter. Fuck the end of the year. And Jermall Charlo, I don't want to see you in the ring with another fucking Montiel. And when I say this, for y'all don't understand, I'm saying with another low-level opponent like they've been fighting. If they not a big name, I don't even want to see them in the ring. If Jermall Charlo next fight ain't with a big name, I don't want to see it.
Man,
just like I'm not supporting Canelo Alvarez fighting Triple G. I don't want to see that shit. I'm not supporting that. But the same goes for Jermall Charlo. If he get in the ring with another fucking bomb, I'm sick of him in the ring with bombs. Caleb Plant, yeah, he fought Canelo, but before that, I was sick of seeing Caleb Plant in the ring with Mike Lees and Figgin Busters. I don't want to see that shit. I'm not supporting that type of shit no more.
Hey, man. You know how it is, man. Canelo the man. Everybody want to be Canelo. The only reason Canelo is because he got a fan base. He lost.
Hold on, Batman. We can't sit up here and say that the only reason Canelo is Canelo because he got a fan base. Now, hold on. Like I said, I shit on Canelo sometimes, but we not gonna act like that man did not put in work. We not gonna act like that man is not a gym rat. He puts in hard work. We not gonna act like that he didn't fight top fighters. We not gonna act like he didn't fight Laura when nobody was fucking with Laura. We not gonna sit up here and act like he didn't fight Austin. Hold on. We not gonna sit here and act like he didn't fight Austin Trout when Austin Trout was a top dog, right? We not so he fought. He fought. We not gonna act like he didn't fight Daniel Jacobs. We not gonna act like he didn't fucking come to 160 and fight Triple G. So let's stop acting like he never put in work to get to where he is. The man put in work.
I was about to say. You cut me off from what I was about to say.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Canelo blew up by losing to Floyd Mayweather in a badly fashion. Who does that? What fighter you ever see does that? What fighter lose in a bad fashion and blow the fuck up?
Batman.
No, I'm
asking. Hold on, Batman. Let me say something, right? Canelo Alvarez put in work before
I never said that.
Hold on. He put in work before he fought Floyd Mayweather. Now, Floyd Mayweather gave him the opportunity that he did not give to other fighters. We can't say that. We all know that other fighters, Floyd Mayweather didn't give the opportunity, like, Keith Thurman's or Sean Porter, right? But the Keith Thurman still made his own legacy. Sean Porter still made his own legacy, right? He didn't, but we do know that he got the opportunity, right? He was given the opportunity, but before he got the opportunity, Canelo Alvarez had built a name. He already had built a name up. So let's not forget that. We ain't gonna act like that Canelo Alvarez was a nobody before he fought Floyd. He already had a big name in the sport of boxing when he fought Floyd. That's why Floyd fought him, because he's like, okay, this young kid, they built him up on my undercards. They didn't. Now he headlined his own events, and he's built up, and he has a big name. So now I'm gonna fight him and take his ass out. So he had a big name already because he had put in work already.
Yeah, he went from big name to face of boxing.
Right
after Floyd left.
Yeah, right. So this is the thing, right? You lost and you got your ass beat by Floyd Mayweather. We know that. But you could have Batman, you could have took that and you could have laid down. You could have been like, some fighters, they'll lose to, especially being 23 years old. Because, see, that's why we talking about him right now. That's why we all on here. That's why it's a lot of people that hate him. And that's why you got fanatics that fucking think he can do no wrong. Because
he the face of boxing. Wow, damn.
And I'm trying to explain how he got there. We ain't gonna just say that he got there just because fucking Mauricio Suleiman and he had a fan base that liked him. No, he did put in the work to get to where he got. He put in the work to get to.
I'm gonna tell you how he got there. He beat Law.
He put in the work, Batman.
I'm gonna tell you how he got there.
Go ahead.
He beat Law. He beat Law. Law scared him to fight an athletic black fight. Lauren Mayweather scared him to fight another athletic boxing Wisconsin. So he go to Liam Smith. He knocks out Amir Khan and he knocks out what's his name? What's my man's name? I ain't will fighter.
Huh? Liam Smith. You talking about Kirkland?
Yeah, Kirkland. And he knocks out Kirkland in great fashion.
Bullshit fight.
Huh?
Liam Smith, Kirkland, all of them was bullshit fights to me.
Yeah. And he blew up all that. When he knocked him out.
Your phone hey, Batman, your phone messed up.
Yeah. My fucking phone about to die. I got
yeah, you sound like a robot, Batman. We can't even hear what you're saying. G5. You in the building?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I don't know if you was in the building. What I was saying is we can't pretend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he did put in work to build his name to get to where he at. I mean, he did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He fought some bullshit fights. I thought James Kirkland and Liam Smith. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, right? I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Batman know this, but I hated Canelo. Like I couldn't first. So I was a huge Canelo fan, right? When he was coming up. When I went to the Floyd Mayweather fight, I sat in the 8th row with him and Floyd when Canelo fought Floyd. I was a huge, of course I was going for Floyd, but I started off, I was a Canelo fan, a big Canelo fan. I liked him. I fucked with him. When he beat an old ass Shane Mosley and he was, you know what I'm saying? I fucked with him. I was like, this kid is a motherfucker. He gonna be somebody. I was like, man, this kid is a motherfucking monster. I fucked with him, right? Then I stopped fucking with him after like the Lord fight, like when he started fighting motherfucking Liam Smiths and fucking James Kirkland and moving up fighting Rocky Fieldhand, I couldn't stand his ass. Like I hated him. You know what I'm saying? I used to argue with my partner every day. We used to go back and forth because he was a huge Canelo fan and I hated that shit. When he fought Khan, I was rooting for Khan. I knew Khan was gonna get his ass knocked out, but I hated motherfucking Canelo for fighting Khan. He did a lot of bullshit that he should have never did. When he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., I hated that shit. I couldn't stand the motherfucker for doing that shit, right? But then he made me respect him when he went out and I saw when he fought Triple G the first time. And he proved to me, because at that time, Triple G was a fucking monster. He was still, you know what I'm saying, wrecking shit. He was still wrecking shit. And Canelo moved up and he fought Triple G. And I said, damn, this motherfucker, he do got some nuts. You know what I'm saying? And then when he came back and beat Triple G, I said, yeah, this a bad boy. So he made me respect him. So he has put in work. So we can't say that he just got to where he got. He's put in a lot of work to get to where he got. He put in more work than Charlo has ever. He put in more work than David Benavidez has ever. But David Benavidez, he's only 25. So he still have a long career left of him, right? And all these other fighters, he put in the work. And I'm gonna let you cook G5, but I'm gonna pass it to I'm gonna read this super chat from my man Zenith. Zenith back in that super chat. He says the Zone just got a 4.2 billion bailout. Bivol and Triple G are not big fights. He says PBC bid high, so the Zone would have to break the bank. He says PBC saved money and hurt their competitor to two birds, one stone. They don't need Canelo. Yeah, they don't need Canelo. And I'm just sick of it, bro. I'm just sick of this whole Canelo shit, really. You know what I'm saying? It's other fighters that's in those divisions that, we need to be talking about. But G5, go ahead.
Man, I'm just sitting here like, I remember when we was on your panel, me, Batman, you, Coach, everybody, we was talking about the Bivol and the whole debacle about, whether he was going with the zone or PBC. And I kept saying, bruh, he is not fighting Charlo. Y'all, he's not fighting him, bruh. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, that fight happened. I'm like, bruh, he not gonna fight this dude, bruh. I said, bro, I'm a dude that base stuff off of factual track, your track. Like, how have you shown me you've been moving? Yeah, you got some fights in. I'm not gonna deny that you don't have some names on your resume. But once you figured out that I can fight whoever and I'm still gonna get paid, that's when the whole tide changed with Canelo.
Yeah,
as soon as he realized it don't matter who I fight, my fans are still going to buy it. Why do I gotta go take a risk if I'm still gonna sell regardless who I fight? So that's a credit to his fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna support him no matter who he fight. And that's the fan base you want. Whether, they ride the fence and, agree with him when he doing some bullshit or not, they loyal fans. They gonna rock with him, win, lose, draw, whatever the case may be. Steroids, boom, that's out the window. Or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, they gonna rock with him. So once he got to that stage, bro, he like, shit, I ain't got to risk, you know what I'm saying, my health and go in here and fight a tough fight. I could do that once every 2-3 years if I choose to, because it don't matter. As soon as they say I announce that I'm fighting somebody, my core base of fans are going to buy this shit. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that's how he feel. And, he did some work to, garner some fans, but some of them fans just love Canelo as a person and as a boxer. So they rocking with him no matter what. And I'm aware of that. So it's like, I'm not mad. Like, while people's like, oh man, that's fucked up. I'm like, look, I already done seen what I need to see from Canelo. You're a hell of a fighter. Hell yeah. You got some names, but you done duck too. But at the same time you done duck, you still active. You know what I'm saying? You active. So you keeping your joints, your muscles, you know what I'm saying? You staying in fight shape. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they stay in the gym all the damn time, but they not in real fights. Real fights and just training all the time is two different damn things. You might be in shape, but what if, you know what I'm saying, without the headgear, with the switch of the gloves, you know what I'm saying? What if your punch resistance is not the same in the next fight? Because you not fighting, bro. Like, ain't no way in hell, if I know I can make $1 million a fight, bro, I'm fighting much as I can. And I said it on my own page. These niggas fought for free their whole goddamn life. Now you turn a pro and then you don't want to fight. You nigga, make that shit make sense. Amateurs, golden gloves, you know what I'm saying? Olympic trials that some fighters win, bro. They fought for free. Now you got a chance. Okay, you can't get him. Go fight, my nigga. I'm gonna fight much as I can, as long as my body allows me to do it if I'm a boxer.
Right.
Because this how I feed my family. You can have endorsements and all that type of shit like that. But when people mention your name, you want them to say, oh yeah, he made a lot of money in the sport of boxing. Or do you want them to say that you was a legend? You gotta pick one. If you go for legendary fights, the bag is going to come. It's gonna come because you're fighting the best.
Right.
So
go
ahead. You good?
Now I was gonna say, let's do something real quick, right? Because I really want to know, you know what I'm saying, what the people want to see. Say, because we know that Benavidez, he got a fight coming up with David Lemieux, right? So Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant, they open right now. What fight would you rather see right next? Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant or Canelo Alvarez and Bivol? Put a 1 in the chat for Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant, and put a 2 in the chat for Canelo Alvarez and Bivol. I want to see a 1 in the chat for Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant, and a 2 in the chat for Canelo Alvarez and Dimitri Bivol. Mr. Steal Your Chin say 1. Cassandra Mason say 1. Dante Hall say 1. AJ64 put a 1. A Beezy put a 1. E Root put a 1. G5 Gay, which one you want to see?
Man, 1.
G5 Gay say 1. Zenith 360 put a 1. Smooth Groove Boxing put a 1. Ms. Aisha put a 1. Marlon Primus, he put a 1. Everybody vote. Which fight would you want to see next more? Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant or Canelo Alvarez and Bivol? Dundada put a 1. And Dundada is a Canelo Alvarez fan, a big Canelo Alvarez fan. Jaron Davis put a 1. Everybody vote. If you're in the building, let me get your vote. 1 for Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant. 2 for Canelo Alvarez and Dimitri Bivol. We ain't got no more votes. Let me get some more votes in. Which one y'all want to see? Smooth Groove said Plant Charlo. Mr. DBMA said Plant Charlo. So it looked like it's Jab say Plant and Charlo. It looked like that it's a unanimous decision, G5. So I asked that to make the point that I was saying earlier. We wouldn't be worried about what Canelo is doing if they make these other big fights. You feel me? They need to make these other big fights so we could get off Canelo and stop worrying about what he's doing. Nobody give a fuck about Dimitri Bivol. I personally don't. I'm not fucking jumping up and down, enjoying telling you that I can't fucking wait to see Canelo versus Bivol. I could give a fuck about Canelo fighting Dimitri Bivol. And all of his fans, let's keep it real. All the Canelo diehard fans and all of the Canelo Alvarez fanatics could really give a fuck about him fighting Dimitri Bivol. The only reason they care about that fight is because they are Canelo fans and they just want to see Canelo back in the ring. Just like when I was a huge fan of that man back there behind me, Roy Jones, I didn't give a fuck who he was fighting next. I just wanted to see him in the ring. But if you a fan of boxing, overall boxing, you ain't fucking jumping up and down in joy for Dimitri Bivol. What the fuck is exciting about Dimitri Bivol? Nothing at all. I mean, that's not a fight that I have on my radar to where I'm like, I can't wait to see that. Is it one of yours, G5?
No. Hey, I'll say this, Key. The only way I'd be really enticed to want to see the Bivol if the contract was Bivol and Better Beef. I'll be into that because now you fighting two champs at 175. Right. That's about equal to Benavidez and a Charlo, in my opinion. You know, people could disagree. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's, you know, that's about what and what. If it's not even, it's not far off. You know what I'm saying? Then say you beat Bivol, you get his belt. Then you fight Better Beef. Say you get his belt. Bro, that's chasing greatness. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see Better Beef, but you know, I mean, I know what he's doing with the Better Beef fight, G5. Better Beef old. So he's gonna wait if he gonna campaign at 175. See, what he's doing is we know that he's going to 175. He fighting Bivol, right? Then he going back down to 168 and he fighting Triple G. That's what they said he's gonna do. Now, you say, why would he go back down to 168 and fight Triple G when he can just stay at 175 and become undisputed in like a year's time, like he did But see what he's doing, and this some real shit. Y'all can get mad if you fucking want to. He's waiting Bitter Beef out because he know Bitter Beef is getting older. You know what I'm saying? Bitter Beef already 37 years old.
Yep.
So he getting older. So now he like, okay, I'm gonna fight motherfucking Bivol, get past him, move back down. I'm gonna beat the shit out of Triple G, and then I'm gonna fight somebody else. By this time in 2023, Bivol gonna be 38, 39 years old. Now I'm gonna fight Bivol. We see the play. I see the play. I know what he doing. I know what he doing, man.
He want to catch Better Beef like Shane Mosley.
Right. Most fighters, right? Most fighters, they move strategically like this. Most fighters do. And what made me realize that is I was watching the Boxing Voice this weekend, right? And Jessica McCaskill, you know who that is. She's a champ. Jessica McCaskill was the female fighter that beat Cecilia Brockes, right?
Twice.
Yeah, twice. Beat her twice. So Jessica McCaskill was on the panel, the Boxing Voice, and she was on there with her husband, who is her manager. And he started talking about, he was like, well, we'll fight such and such, and we'll fight them at their weight. But if we fight Clarissa Shields, right, we got to make her come down to 154. We're not going to fight Clarissa Shields at 160. We got to we'll have to drain her and bring her down to 153 and a half. And then he was like, and if we fought such and such, we'll fight them at their weight, right? But if we fought this other girl, well, we got to make her fight, you know what I'm saying, at a weight that she's not comfortable at. We'll take that fight tomorrow. We'll take Clarissa Shields' fight tomorrow if she's willing to come all the way down to like 153. We got to drain her. And they was like, and so I'm like, what the fuck? And he telling, but what he was doing is he was telling how the business of boxing worked, right? And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, because we know that we could talk. He was like, yeah, we know that Clarissa Shields got a big ass head. No, they actually said make Clarissa Shields come all the way down and fight at a catch weight at like 146, 145, right? And then they start asking, like, man, what the fuck is you talking about? Well, why are you willing to fight this girl at this weight? But then if it's this girl that's at that same weight, you got to make her come down to a certain weight. And then you want to do, you know, why is it different for each fighter? You know what I'm saying? And he told the truth. He was like, y'all don't understand boxing. He said, well, the reason we'll do that to Clarissa is because we know that Clarissa Shields got a big head and we could talk to her and make her come down to a weight that she's not comfortable, which gives us a big, huge advantage. He said in boxing, all of these fighters behind the scenes, he said he said if they're able to, they're going to get every advantage you can. He said, that's just boxing. He said, we want to get an advantage to where it puts us in a place to where we can win, where it gives us the easiest possibility to get a win. And I said, and it was crazy because I said, damn, he was keeping it real. He kept it real. But see, what you don't hear is you don't hear fighters admitting that shit, and we don't hear that shit that go on behind the scenes. You feel me? And that's just how it is. So when you look at Canelo, he does the same shit. He want to get you at your vulnerable, weakest point, right? Because he's in a position to do that. Most fighters do that if they're able to do it. Most fighters. We heard about what Amir Khan was doing to Kell Brook, making him fight at a weight that he thought Kell Brook would be comfortable with. Kell Brook also said that Amir Khan put a whole bunch of stipulations in the fucking contract, right? He said Amir Khan had people coming at his door, beating on his fucking door at 3 o'clock in the morning. He couldn't even sleep. We hear about these fighters flying over to the UK and people trying to poison them. And this shit happens in boxing all the time, right? That's just what it is. It's a dirty game. Boxing is a dirty game. It happens in boxing all the time. But Canelo is just another one. He's going to try to get an advantage on you the best way he can. If he can put a stipulation in the motherfucking contract to where on the fight date you got to weigh a certain amount of weight, that's what he gonna do. We seen him do it before. If he can fight you at 169.5 pounds instead of 160, that's what he gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what it is. We see that. You know what I'm saying? We see that. But the thing is I heard Batman and them say that, well, these fighters are selling their belts for Canelo. Yeah, we seen that. I'm not disagreeing with that, right? We know that motherfucking Colin Smith fought that man on 4-5 weeks notice. Was he worried about his belt? Did he think he could win the fight? Fuck no. But he took it for a payday.
Mm-hmm.
That's on them. That's their fault. Fighters is going to get advantages. Whatever advantage they could get, they going to take that advantage. It was up to him to say, you know what? No, I'm not fighting you on no motherfucking 4 or 5 weeks notice. I'm the champion. I got what you want. And eventually, if you want this, you're going to have to come to me and you're going to have to come correct. So until you do that, you can fucking go fight a goddamn another Yildirim. But they ain't built like that. That's why I have respect for Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant told a motherfucker no on 2 separate occasions. You ain't get me off guard. I'm not fighting you with motherfucking 5 weeks notice. No. If you want to see me, you're going to have to see me on a fucking even playing field when I got enough time to get ready. He didn't sell his belt. He came up on the short end of the stick, but he still stood on this motherfucking square. A lot of these dudes, Kovalev. Kovalev told you, if you thought I was going to beat Canelo, you're an idiot and you stupid. What that tell you, G5?
I mean, shit, it's a mano-a-mano game. Shit, you can look at basketball. If you play in the Milwaukee Bucks and they shoot us off, your next best thing is to create a wall so Giannis can't get to the paint. He's not gonna beat you on shooting. So the upper hand, the advantage is to the other team that can successfully do it. You know what I'm saying? Every sport, everybody looks for the biggest advantage for them to win. Shit, it ain't just boxing. Shit, every sport got some type of corrupt in it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. You could say some games might be rigged. You know what I'm saying? Refs was paid off or whatever the case may be. Everybody look for the advantage. I mean, shit, they want to win. If they know they getting a big bag and they been getting it, and every time they step up, they gonna get a big bag. Shit, they gonna try to get the best possible advantage. Most people do. It's not. You can't say it's depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying? It might be. It might be go against the grain in some aspects, but shit. If you accept it and sign that dotted line, shit, it's on you, not the person who sent the offer. If you agree to their terms,
right.
It's on
That's
you.
my whole point.
It ain't got nothing to do with Canelo. If he sends something, he say, look, you got to fight me in 4 weeks and you take it. Everything else is on you. He did what he's supposed to do as the champ. He sent the offer. You accepted it. So everything after that, bro, it's on you. Rehydration clauses, catch weights. If you sign it, it's on you, bro. It ain't on nobody but you and your team. That's all it's gonna be. So, I mean, it's on you. You gotta realign something in that contract, not take the contract, and shit. If he still want to fight you, then he'll fight you. If not, then shit, it is what it is.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's all. And you hit the point exactly what I was making. If they taking the shit, right, he putting it out there. That's what he gonna do. He gonna try to get every little motherfucking advantage, right? If you accept the shit, it's on you. it's up to you to pull a Caleb Plant and say, you know what, man, fuck you. I ain't taking that shit. You gonna come back and see me. See, people were shitting on Caleb Plant. Oh, he ducking Canelo and he doing this. Say he ain't ducking that, man. He don't have to fucking take, you know what I'm saying? He don't have to take the fight at a disadvantage just because Canelo told him to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to respect that shit. So if you know that you can't prepare for that man and get in tip-top condition like you want to in 4 or 5 weeks, why are you signing the goddamn contract? That's on you.
Right.
My man Jay. Oh yeah, let me read my man What Said TV and salute to my man What Said TV. He said, "Who has done more in boxing than Canelo?" He says, "No other active boxer has done more. He's fought more champions than Boo Boo, Benavidez, and Charlo together." He has. Like I said, he does. He's done some real good things in his career, and he done some real fuck shit in his career. You know what I'm saying? He's done both. But me, motherfuckers get mad at me, right? I'll make a video about Canelo, and it'd be funny to me though. It really do, because I have fucking half of the people be motherfucking like I have everybody mad in that bitch, right? The fucking diehard Canelo fans, they mad because I beat and said some shit about Canelo that they don't like. Because anything you say about Canelo that ain't, you know what I'm saying, in Canelo favor, they don't like that shit. So they be mad. And then the niggas that hate Canelo, them motherfuckers be mad because I done said something about Canelo that like we've been talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I had everybody, ain't nobody satisfied. And I be laughing about this shit, but you just gotta, if you talking to boxing shit, real talk, if you keeping it 100, if you a boxing fan, I don't run with no narratives, G5. Ain't nobody got no fucking battery in my back and telling me what I can say and what I can't say, and I gotta go with this. I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to keep it real. I don't give a fuck if who fans get mad. That's just how I feel, bro.
Right. No, hey, I move my shit off of facts.
Huh?
Right. I move. Hey, nigga, we move off facts and keep a lot of integrity behind it. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not scared to call out a fight if they black, blue, green, purple, turquoise, yellow. It don't matter. I stand on the side of righteousness. If it's right, it's right. If it ain't, then shit, I'm gonna call that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Keep it straight down the middle. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of boxing, not a fan of boxers. Big difference. I'm a big Earl Spence fan. If he loses to Terrence Crawford, I'm not mad. You know why? Because I like Terrence Crawford too. I'm a fan of Bud too.
And
whoever won,
that the best fought the best.
Exactly. And I'm not tripping because boxing wins, and I'm still gonna be a fan of both of them because shit, I like both fighters. They both hellified fighters to me. I just got Earl winning, but if Bud win, I ain't mad either. I'm like, shit, the better man won. Shit, fight again. Shit. If you ask me, shit, go ahead and do it again. Most likely it'll be a 2-fight deal when they fight anyway. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's just, you know, people get so tied up and get their emotions behind the fighter that if you critique their fighter, then it's a problem. Nigga, ain't nobody in this world is above reproach, bro. Nobody. Everybody got some fuck ups or some shit they can work on and improve. So, nigga, I am not looking at the fighters I like. Oh, they can't be critiqued or you can't say nothing about them. Shit, bro, it's your honest opinion. I can't shoot you down because your opinion differs from mine. Now, if you're talking a bunch of blasphemy and bullshit and I can prove it with facts and show you, then yeah, I'll do that. But I'm not going to battle behind no man that ain't paying me. You're not paying my kids extracurricular activities. You ain't paying my damn mortgage. You're not paying my damn, well, I ain't got no car, no, but you're not, you know what I'm saying? You ain't paying my bills. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not losing no sleep behind nobody. Now, if I bet on you and I won $10,000 there, you know, shit, you know what I'm saying? That's just smart investment on my half. And I won something off you. So then, like, I could say, like, yeah, shit, nigga, I won off him. You still can have your opinion, but nigga, I won. I came up. Shit. So that's what boxing at today, man. You know what I'm saying? Too many casual fans who take the word of old media who don't know shit or who make up narratives and push agendas, and the casual fans don't know no better, so they gonna go with the machine, ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Any reporter that got some type of credibility. That's why it's important for people like yourself, me, Knockout, KQKC. You know what I'm saying? BFTB. The list goes on because we the real content creators, bro. They steal shit from us all the time, but they got a machine behind them, so they ain't gonna look at us. Shit. Right. Even though they steal shit. So that's why it's important that we keep doing what the fuck we doing. Cause it's damn so needed. Cause if we don't, then the boxing will be in a real fucked up place, bro. Even worse.
If boxing didn't have us, they, like I said, you can't go to ESPN and see what's going on in boxing. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't turn to Fox Sports and see what's going on in boxing. We are boxing right here. So these fighters, they need to realize that, because these fighters, a lot of them think they too good, and I ain't seen y'all niggas on ESPN panel. You feel me? 95% of fighters, I ain't never seen more than that. 90, let's say 98.5%. 99%, fuck 99% of fighters, I ain't never seen y'all on ESPN panel, Fox Sports panel, or none of that. But they'll think they too good to come over here and fuck with us. And the same fans, it'd be willing to goddamn fucking kill for one of these fighters. Let that shit sink in. But anyway, man, G5, man, let me get your last word before we get up out of here, man. You had a good cook session. Let me get your last word.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, you's my guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? On air, off air. You know, you my guy. Appreciate the invite as always, man. Y'all, you know, keep doing. Appreciate the chat. You know what I'm saying? Dang. Hold on. Man, a phone call just came up soon as I got to talking. I'm like, God, they gonna cut me off. But can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so appreciate all y'all, you know what I'm saying, tapping in, rocking out with my boy Key, man. Appreciate everybody in the super chat, supporting my brother Brand, you know what I'm saying. Appreciate all y'all being interactive, you know what I'm saying, putting good shit in the chat, you know what I'm saying, helping make the stream even better. Salute to Batman, you know what I'm saying, my boy 817, that boy Reg came through. We all, you know what I'm saying, it's all good shit. Man, good cooking, man. I always appreciate you, you know what I'm saying. I look your perspective, my guy, and shit, you just keep doing what you're doing, man. Shit. We all growing, you know what I'm saying, slowly one day at a time, brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can find me, G5_Gabe, you know what I'm saying, Instagram, YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Find me on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, out at the Outspoken OG, and shit, like I always say, you know what I'm saying, bring an empty plate and I'm gonna fill that bitch up. And I'll be live here a little bit later. I'll drop my link again in here, man. Y'all come over here and get some good cooking. You know what I'm saying? If you go check my channel out, if you don't want to sub yet, or you just want to check some content out, go ahead and check on it. I guarantee you'll find something that's gonna pique your interest. Whether it's boxing or it's just real life talk, you know what I'm saying? It's all there. As my boy say, a big speaker over here, man. I got a lot of shit to say, and you know what I'm saying. I do that well. So, man, I appreciate the invite as always, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Proud of your growth and your success, man. Keep on doing what you do. And, that's all I got, man.
Yes, sir. But I got to correct you. Now, we ain't going to go over the G5 Gabe, right? G5_Gabe. He finna drop the link in the chat. We're not going to go in there and check shit out. You're going to go over there and sub, right? And you're going to hit his like button because it don't cost you nothing to do it. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost you nothing to do it. You don't get a motherfucking free sample at the store and throw that bitch out. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost you nothing to do. Go over to G5Gabe, subs to his channel. It ain't hurting you to sub. It don't cost you nothing to do it. And like I said, you're going to get some shit. When you go over there, you're going to get some shit that you didn't, when you came, you're going to leave with something that you didn't have before. Straight up and down. And you heard the man cooking up here today. And yeah, and I want to say something about my man J.A. Dixon. He says, honestly, more YouTube motherfuckers talk about fights that don't happen over the ones coming up or the ones that just happen. And you right. You 100% right, Dixon, J.A. Dixon. And you know the reason why is because boxing is full of shit. Fighters, they get on Twitter and they talk back and forth, right? And then these networks and these promoters ain't giving the fans the fights that we want to see at the end of the day. So that's why a lot of the fucking news be more intriguing than the fights that we actually getting. But we are getting some fights. You know, we can't act like we ain't getting nothing as boxing fans because we are getting, you know what I'm saying, some fights, and you ain't gonna never get everything you want in life at the end of the day.
Yeah. Hey, let me say this, and some of this shit is on the fighters. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fighters, they stopping shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of it is the promoters and the sanctioning bodies and shit like that. And hey, I agree with you, J.A. Dixon as well on that comment. But some of these fighters got the control and power, and they promote cool with the fight, but they don't want to take it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of a bad pot of gumbo with bullshit in boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So we slowly getting it, you know what I'm saying, trying to right the ship. You know what I'm saying? But we got to take what we can get. And then we as fans, hold your wallet. You know what I'm saying? If it's some shit that you don't want to see, make these people go into the red line like you in a car. You know what I'm saying? Make them hit that red line and shit. Whatever happens after that, shit, it is what it is. Cause shit, if we gonna pay for something, it got to be worth it, bro. This is what it is.
You always got a choice. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You always got a choice to either buy it or say, fuck that, I'm not supporting it. And that's what we need to do more as fans. If they feeding us some bullshit, if a fighter is at a certain point to where you like, all right, well, you know, even if you're a fan of that fighter, you know deep down inside, man, that fighter, he been fighting too much bullshit. He need to be fighting the best at this point. Don't support that shit. Don't buy it. Stop reaching in your motherfucking pocket just because it's a fighter that you like and you go, well, I like him, so I'm gonna pay for it. Nah, I'll pay for Errol Spence because he always fighting the best. I paid for Deontay Wilder when they started putting him on pay-per-view because he was always fighting the best. I paid for Clarissa Shields because whether you know her opponent or not, she fighting the best. You feel me? Pay for support the fighters that's fighting the best. If they trying to feed you some bullshit, don't pay for it. And I'm not saying those are the only fighters that's out there fighting the best, but I'm just saying them the names that came up to me that come on pay-per-view. But yeah. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love and support. Hit the like button if you're still in the building and you ain't hit the like button. Smash my like button before we leave up out of here. Make sure once again that y'all go sub to G5. It's a G, the number 5 _ Gabe. You know what I'm saying?
I just dropped that link twice.
Yeah, he dropped the link in the chat. Make sure that you click on the link and go sub to his channel. He finna cook later on there. You know what time you coming on?
I might go on shortly after BFTB, so he'll probably finish up about 7. So I might do like 8:30, you know what I'm saying? Central Standard, you know what I'm saying, time or whatever.
Yes, sir. And you know what it is. We're gonna be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I might come on. I might not be able to come on tomorrow, but I'm gonna see. But if I ain't on tomorrow, we're gonna be back on Thursday. Same place, same time, different topic. Cause shit, I'm goddamn that wore out on this Canelo shit. I'm tired of talking about Canelo shit, dog. For real. That shit give me a goddamn headache. For real.
I'm gonna shoot you a link of Saturday, bro. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be lit on this joint. You know what I'm saying?
Because on Saturday,
my babies either. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. Yeah, my kids gonna be with their mama. So I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, it seems like we on the same schedule I'm on. It seems like we on the same. We on the same type of schedule.
So my shit is I got a week on with them and then a week off. So we
you know, shit.
Yeah,
next
so
week is my weekend with them.
Huh?
Yeah. I said next week my weekend with them. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we on the same week
so
on, week on.
Yeah, so I have a whole week with them where I have them the week, and then I'll have a whole week where she'll have them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So he said that's a lie. Y'all talking about Canelo tomorrow. Well, hold your breath and wait for that shit and see if you motherfucking survive. But I appreciate everybody that came through in the chat. Everybody that came through and showing love. Everybody that came through and hated. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody. And yeah, we out of here. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.
Peace.
Yes, sir.